Yo, what's good, everybody? What's good? Come forth, Mason, Kakashi. What's good? Evil, Jude. How's it going, guys? Welcome to the live stream. Alrighty. I'm sorry, I'm just advertising everything. Ugh, so I don't really know what I want to do today. Cause like I'm super mixed. Super duper mixed. Oh, ignore if the preview thumbnail for some reason is Kingdom Hearts Dark Road, please ignore that. Anticipated I anticipated doing a Dark Road live reaction today. The thumbnail should be changed, but YouTube takes like forever to like actually change it for everyone else. Like it's changed for some people, still the same for some. Well, like I planned on doing a reaction to Dark Road this morning, but I did not anticipate them delaying it to the extent that they did, unfortunately. But it is what it is. Alright. But what's good, Moogle? What's good, Franco? Livestream, Maya, Christian, Rain, Rocker. How's it going, guys? Welcome to the stream. I could play Gundam. I'm not interested in Gundam at all. Doesn't mean I can't be interested, just not interested. What's good, Silly Pup? Diving into other action RPGs. Only so much Kingdom Hearts to cover, man. I just read all the English translations for the second episode already, and I'm pretty much done with it until episode 3. I don't really know how to respond to that, because from your perspective, there's only so much Kingdom Hearts to cover. Or maybe rather what you mean is there's only so much Kingdom Hearts you'd be interested in. For me personally, I don't really mind covering Kingdom Hearts a lot. Like, the reason I chose Kingdom Hearts as the thing to cover, it wasn't like a random thing that I woke up one morning and I was like, alright, I'm going to be a Kingdom Hearts creator. It was like a long process that I thought about, because I realized it's the one series that I feel like I can talk about like endlessly, because I just love it that much. Like, it's my favorite thing on the planet, more so than almost anything else. Like, there's not many things that come really close to it. Though, I don't plan on covering Kingdom Hearts forever, I'll tell you that much. It's not a plan, but I'm content with that. If it gets to that point, and I feel like that's what I want to do, then yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Just cover what interests me mostly, and right now what interests me content-wise is Kingdom Hearts, because I don't want to dive into other things that I'm not as passionate about, because then they're just going to be side things. Like, I contemplated covering a lot of 7 Remake, but I relegated that to live streams, because one day I woke up and I made a 7 Remake video because I was planning on covering the Ultimanias for Final Fantasy 7 Remake, and I love that game. Like, it might debatably be in like my top 10 games or top 15. Like, it's up there, because like I love that game a lot, and I would probably give it like a 10 out of 10. It was like perfect to me, but I still don't love it as much as Kingdom Hearts. And like when I went to record a video about 7 Remake, doing an Ultimania video similar to what I do for Kingdom Hearts, or doing like a discussion video, the energy just wasn't there. I wasn't as passionate. It felt a lot more forced, and it felt like I just wasn't as into it, you know? Like, recording it was like almost fine. Like, there was some moments where I like had fun, but there was a lot of moments where I just kind of felt like I was forcing myself a little bit too much. And when I went to edit the video especially, I was like, I don't like this. So I just didn't do it. So that happens a lot with other IPs. Like, my second favorite franchise is Jak, and I probably can talk about Jak as passionately as I can Kingdom Hearts, but there's not as much to talk about with Jak and Daxter, because the series is kind of dead, to be honest. I could definitely make some discussions. Like, I have a old 3-year notepad full of like video ideas for Jak and Daxter I could do, but like after I finish those video ideas, I don't know what else I would do, or what else I would really like talk about. And even then, I don't love Jak as much as I do Kingdom Hearts, so that's why I cover Kingdom Hearts. Well, if you meant for the live stream specifically, because I thought you were talking in a more general sense, because I see that comment like quite a lot. People ask me to cover other things. But like if we're talking about in the live stream in general, I don't mind doing other things for live streams. Like that's actually what I'm trying to do live streams for, because to show some of my other interests. Of course, we do a lot of Kingdom Hearts here, but there's been a lot of instances where we've done other games as well, or fighting games, or other RPGs. But Kingdom Hearts tends to be what I have the most fun with a lot of the time, but I don't mind doing other things on stream. I just have to dedicate myself to them. Like, I don't like doing random things like super spontaneously, because then if it's too spontaneous, like if I, like for example, actually, like, hold on, I have my PS4 turned on right now actually, but like I guarantee you, like, there's probably like 5 people in chat who know what this game is, and if more than 5 people in this chat know what this game is, it's probably because you've heard me talk about it before. But I could randomly stream this game, but the viewer count would slowly decline, and people wouldn't be as interested, especially if I started the stream off with it. So I don't stream it. Like I'm fine with that, honestly. I'm fine with that. But I would like to stream it one day, which is why I'm trying to build up the streaming audience. But that's just an example to make. Or another example I can make. What's another super weird niche game I have up here? I mean, Dengeki, this game right here, this is pretty niche. This is made by the same people who made this. I play a lot of fighting, which if you can't tell, half of this stuff up here is fighting games. Ignore this, I should delete this game. But I bet probably like 2 people know what this game is. And like I don't know, like I can't, like, it's not fun for me to like not have chat interaction during stream, so I'm not gonna go out of my way to kill it when I know it's gonna be like killed. That's how it has been me for the past few months. So what I mean by bored is I have a lot of things I want to do right now, but I don't know if I want to do any of them as well. So it's like I'm conflicted, and me being conflicted turns into me being bored, because me being conflicted so much makes me feel like, ah, oh, dang, I want to do this, I want to do that. You know what? How about I do none of those things? So now I'm just bored. Since I'm so indecisive, because I don't want to commit to something and then hop off it like right the next second. But you guys can make me more interested in doing something. Options that I was thinking about. I kind of wanted to practice the Yozora fight. I like wanted to do the Yozora fight on level 1. Option number 2, I wanted to do a Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind level 1 speedrun, but that takes a lot of commitment. I won't reach out as much, and it might be me practicing a lot more than anything else. And option number 3 would probably just be me sitting here talking nonsense. Maybe having friends in the call. I don't know. Have I thought about doing Kingdom Hearts mods? Yes, I have. It's brought up every single live stream. Someone asked me to do a modded playthrough, and the answer I give every time is I'm not as interested in doing modded playthroughs. It's not that I won't ever do them, it's just that it's not on my priorities right now. Like, I'll do some modded playthroughs, excuse me, when I get some of like my other stuff out the way. Like right now, the priorities when it comes to streaming, I'm eventually going to get back to Chrono Trigger. But outside of like Chrono Trigger, I have the Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind speedruns I do occasionally. And on top of that, I am also kind of doing this little mini playthrough of the entire Kingdom Hearts series. And the next game, we just finished Kingdom Hearts 2 recently. The next game I'm going to be doing after that, and it's to advertise my Ultimania series I've been doing. It's going to be 358 over 2 days. So that game is going to be coming up on the channel. You're going to be seeing live streams of me playing through days for like the second time ever. Within the next couple of weeks. You could play M-rated games like Watch Dogs or Danganronpa, for example. Those games also taste very, very good. I'm not interested in those games. I am interested in Danganronpa. I'm not interested in Watch Dogs whatsoever, and those are definitely not games I'm interested in playing on stream. Danganronpa I could play on stream though. I feel like that would be fun for like some of my friends to see me play. You love to see me versus Cynical and Nutplay or something. You guys are cage masters. Nutplay and what? In Days? I mean, I haven't really. I haven't talked to Jared. I don't think at all, actually. I have friends who are like friends of his, but I've never ever talked to like Jared. I've interacted with him a couple of times on social media, but like not. I've never been in a call or anything with them. So I don't. I'd have to be friends with them first for us to do a stream together. I feel like that's how I prefer it, anyways. I prefer to like know the people I'm like collabing with. Prefer. Oh, no. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm not a Yu-Gi-Oh fan at all. I am tempted to rewatch it and give it another try, but from my experience growing up, I was not a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh, and that has stuck with me to this day. Not a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh. About the Tales of series, I do actually want to stream the Tales of series. I do actually want to do that, and I do also plan to do a Runs with You stream. I want to do that like before the anime comes out, but it depends on how like the schedule is. I need to get a groove going, get a consistent groove going. Recently I've been getting back into daily uploads, and I've been trying to do like every day streams, and once I get that groove rolling to the point where like it's less of a I have to think about it, where it's more of a habit to like everyday stream or everyday upload, then I'll start like adjusting my schedule and stuff accordingly. Because right now I'm still kind of like going out of my way to like do the daily uploads, do the daily streams. It's not like a schedule like, all right, you gotta, this is not muscle memory to like, okay, work on a video at this time or stream at this time. It's like something I have to like think about. A lot of the time I'm in a call with a friend or I'm playing a fighting game, and then I look at my time, I'm like, oh crap, it's 8 o'clock. Well, I got a live stream, and that's how it goes. I mean, I have fun doing everything though. Like I'm doing this because I want like to have more fun doing what I'm doing, because streaming, making videos, seeing the results, and reading guys' comments is very calming and definitely makes some dark and annoying days a lot happier and more peaceful. So thank you guys for that. Have you heard of Ratchet and Clank? Yes. I'm a big platformer fan. Ratchet and Clank is definitely one of my favorite platformer series. Big Ratchet and Clank fan. I should share some of my interests with you guys more, because I feel like it's weird that I get asked a question like that. Like, have you heard of Ratchet and Clank? And I'm like, huh? Yes, of course. Can't wait for the Street Fighter 5 update. I want to play Street Fighter 5 more, but all of my friends hate that game. Like, all of my friends hate the game. Because I don't have too many people to play with. I mean, like, I play by myself a lot, but, like, it's a lot more fun when you have, like, friends who are as invested into something as you, who are, like, into that thing. Like, I have it's weird. It's weird. I have very few, like, super close friends who are into the same things I am. Like at least as much as I am, I guess you can say. Like I don't think I have a single friend who can talk about Kingdom Hearts every day with me, and who could like stand it without like feeling like they gotta like take a break. I do have a couple of friends who are into the same fighting games I am. So like I have a friend named Cavern. You guys have seen him on the stream. He's into Under Night about as much as I am. So he's like a person who's into that series as much as I am. I don't know. Like those are like some of the main things. I don't have friends who are okay. I do have some friends who are into the same anime as I am. My friend Kingdom Ace, he got me hooked to Steins Gate, and I wouldn't say I love Steins Gate as much as he does, but like it's my favorite anime. And the only reason I say I'm not into it as much as he does is because he's read the visual novels and stuff, and he's watched the animes like more times than I even have, and I've watched them a lot. So he has like more knowledge about the series than I do, but like I still like love it a lot. We could hold a conversation about that pretty well. Most cage fans are in Japan, I'd imagine anyways. That's not really true. I don't think so. I gotta think about that. It's definitely not like, it's definitely not a most scenario. It's probably like, it's either a half and half, or most KH fans are over here. It's not like a most of them are in Japan thing. Cause Kingdom Hearts is one of Square Enix's Kingdom Hearts is one of those IPs that's really, really popular in the US and Japan. Gotta play Ratchet and Clank for half an hour right now? Nah. I don't. Do I have it installed? Let me check. I mean, I'm not gonna do it anyways. But like, do I even have the game installed? I do not have the game. Wait. No, I don't have the game installed. Nope. Read a book? Y'all want me to read a book? What book do you want me to read? I'm pretty sure it's illegal to read manga on stream. Otherwise, I'd probably read the KH mangas on stream a lot. His music is pretty. This is Octopath Traveler music. Read Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Why? Why do you want me to read Diary of a Wimpy Kid? Kingdom Hearts is a very popular food in the gaming industry in America as well. What? Very popular food. Yo, is there a food named Kingdom Hearts? I wonder what it tastes like. I wonder what it is. I know a lot. I know hundreds, thousands of people who are into Kingdom Hearts now, of course. Like in my, I'm gonna say friend group, but like associates. But like, I still don't think I have someone who is like as like dedicated to it. Like, okay. You know how I said earlier, I'm content with doing Kingdom Hearts for the rest of my channel's like history if I have to. And I could be saying that now because I'm still in the early phases of my channel and I'm not like at a point where I'm technically doing it for a job or anything. So that could easily change my mindset very easily. And I'm also like a naive 19-year-old. But like even like the bigger KH tubers, even they, like, if you ask them, I know a couple of them, they wouldn't tell you that. They'd probably be like, nah, I definitely would like to do other things. I don't want to be tied down to Kingdom Hearts. Me, it's like, if I was tied down to Kingdom Hearts, like if you strapped me to a chair and told me I can only play, or I could only talk about Kingdom Hearts on my channel for the rest of my life, I'd be like, okay. I'd be like, okay. I don't know. It sounds dumb, but is that weird? Is that like weird? I guess it's cause like, how do I describe this? I separate like, I'm pretty good at like, mentally speaking anyways, at separating my the things I want to cover like content wise, the things I don't. Like, okay, a passion I have on the side. I do kind of want to make a live streaming thing. This is one, like, if I really get into live streaming, this is going to be one of the main things you see me get into. Like all these fighting games, I played fighters earlier, but like games like Dengeki, Under Night, Guilty Gear, Grand Blue Fantasy, Central, Blaze Blue, etc. I have, I'm never playing this game, but I don't know, like playing these fighting games, like, that's like a passion I have on the side that I do spend a pretty decent amount of time on. But like that, like those are things I wouldn't mind making. I wouldn't make videos about fighting games, but I wouldn't mind doing live streams of fighting games. And I do actually like taking these games seriously competitively. Like, I've done a couple of Under Night tournaments, I've done a couple of online Smash tournaments, and etc, etc. But it's like, none of these things would ever, like, I don't have the urge to cover these games as much as Kingdom Hearts, you know what I mean? My second favorite series, right, scrolling through my game list. These are just the games I've installed. Like my second favorite series, Jak and Daxter. I have Jak 1 and 2 on PS4. I don't know why I haven't bought 3 or X on PS4 yet, but I just haven't. But my second favorite franchise, Jak and Daxter. I have covered this game before on the channel, like in 2018, 17-ish. But like, I love this series a lot. I used to speedrun this game a lot, actually, back in early 2018. But I don't have the urge to cover this series as much as Kingdom Hearts. It's like, my enjoyment of this game, I can play this game by myself and feel perfectly fine. Like, I feel like, I guess a lot of creators, I understand it. Like, they want to, like, showcase themselves, like, a lot on their channel. They want to, like, they really want people to, like, know and learn about the things they like, and maybe get some people onto series like Jak, or some series they love like Persona, which is another series I'm getting into, or Tales of, or Shin Megami, I don't know, like whatever games, right? Like I feel like a lot of content creators have that sort of like thing going from them. They want people to learn as much about them as possible, and by, you know, association, learn about the games they like. For me, I'm not really, I don't know, I don't feel like the biggest urge to let everyone know I'm a fighting game fan, or that I'm a Jak and Daxter fan. I mean, I don't mind if people know those things, like I just told you guys now, but it's like, I don't want people to ever expect content from like that from me. I will say this though, like when I say I'm content with doing Kingdom Hearts forever, but I'm not like, that's not something I want to do, but I'm content with it. Like, I wouldn't be mad if I was put in that scenario. A hint at like some other things I would love to do in the future on the channel. I'm gonna take this off. Yes, I love Skullgirls. Skullgirls is my second favorite fighting game like ever. My top 3 favorite fighting games: Under Night and Birth Execution, latest, Skullgirls, and number three is hard. I feel like number 3 is either MK9 or it's Mortal Kombat 9, or it's Street Fighter. I don't know. It's one of those two. The third favorite fighting game is kind of hard, honestly. Honestly speaking, it's a little hard. I haven't gotten into SNK games like that, but like, I'm thinking like some future stuff I would like to do. I would love to do reviews, like, or video essay type videos. Like I love that. Like, I love that type of content. That's why I consume a lot of, like, on a daily basis. I feel like I could talk really passionately about like TV shows I like, or animes I love, or like I don't know, movies I enjoy. Cause I'm a really big fan of like media in general. So like I feel like there's a couple passion project videos I would love to do. Like 2 videos in thoughts right now are, I really want to make a video about Carole & Tuesday. I don't give a crap if it gets 2 views, 3 views, a couple hundred, however much, right? I don't care if it gets like the lowest view count. Well, I kind of do, but I mean, like, what I'm saying is it's not why I'm making the video. I would make that video to just get people, if like 30 people watch that video, I want to get those 30 people into Carole & Tuesday, or have them come back to me, be like, yeah, dude, I'm glad you put me onto this show, because I want that show to be a little bit more popular and such. So like a passion project for me is definitely Carole & Tuesday, making a video about why I love it and why I think it's probably one of the best animes I've ever watched. And another passion project would be a video on Octopath. Octopath Traveler surprised me a lot. Like, I did not expect to love that game as much as I did. And some of the critiques about the game I definitely understand, but like, I find so much value in such like tiny things in that game. That game has such a beautiful world that isn't perfect, that has a lot of like negativity and evil in it, but like the way they deal with those issues is something that I resonate with like so much. I'm trying to get into the Bravely Default series. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not as big of a fan of the art style of Bravely Default. Like, I played a little bit of the Bravely Default 2 demo on Switch, and I wasn't that big of a fan of the art style. The music is amazing though. I I won't lie. Music is absolutely amazing, and the world seems to be absolutely amazing. But it's going to take a little bit for me to get past that art style. But Octopath, though, is just so good. It's so good. I love it. I'm such a big fan of it. I'm kind of annoyed that their next game is a mobile game, but I'm still gonna play it. Like, I'm just happy to get more Octopath. I'm still gonna play. I'm gonna be that consumer that just eats up everything. Like, why not? But like, dang, dude, I really hope we get a sequel to Octopath. Really hope we get a sequel to Octopath. Alright, do you guys in chat mind if I join a call with like my friend Jordan and Jaden? If you guys do mind, then let me know. But if you want me to just sit here and talk to you guys by myself, that's fine. We could do Kingdom Hearts or Azora or something. But I did plan to talk to my friends today, but like, it's been a while. Like, they took a little bit to join the call. So I ended up live streaming. But they said they don't mind being in the stream. You don't mind? You sure you don't mind, guys? Well, you guys know who they are. They've been in streams before. Jayan not as much, but Jordan Kingdom Ace definitely has. Do you think any of the new Kingdom Hearts soundtrack releases will get on Spotify? I would hope so, but I doubt it. I don't know. Maybe. Square did put like a lot of the Final Fantasy soundtracks on Spotify, so maybe they will. Just don't ignore us. I will try my best. If you guys feel like I'm ignoring you, spam me in the chat and I will leave the call and come back to you guys. Alright, deal? We saw the translations for Darker Episode 2. I'm waiting for the video translations. Are the video translations out yet? Because if they are, I will react to those right now. But if they aren't, then I'm not reading some like document. But I don't know. I want the video experience. Even though it's like chibi boo boo avatars, I still want the video experience. It doesn't seem like there's video translations out from what I see from the sources I'm watching. I have a question, kind of a theory. What's your theory, question? Simple and Clean is on Spotify through Utada Hikaru. Prodigy, I love you. What's your zodiac sign? I am not familiar with zodiac signs completely, but I know I'm born in June. Dang, bro, Octopath music is so good. What day in June? 28th. June 28th is my birthday. So my birthday passed recently. Relatively. The only theory I have is that the list at the bottom of that Kingdom Hearts trailer is the D+ show that goes with the events of the series with the games. Oh. Okay. That's a pretty interesting theory, actually. Played Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 1. I already did that. Go to the front page of the YouTube channel, or you can press the playlist tab on the YouTube channel and scroll through the playlist, and you'll see a playlist called Kingdom Hearts Nerd Plays Final Fantasy VII. And I played the entirety of Final Fantasy VII on live stream. Hello, Kingdom Ace.
Hello, Prodigy XCD.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Jaden muted 20 seconds ago. We were talking about how I got older, and for some reason I don't mind games being easy. It's strange because I've felt that way since 2016, but I've kind of tried to hide it since till last year. And, before I'd be like, oh yeah, hard mode, let's go, hard mode. And then, but nowadays I'm kind of just like, oh, this game got an easy mode, let's go. I don't know what it is. Maybe just because I gotten older or something like that, and I couldn't be bothered, stressing out, while I'm playing the game. But I don't know, man. I don't know. And Jaden was saying he was kind of the opposite. He liked it being easier when he was younger. Now he likes it being harder. I mean, it could just be because I like story-based games, and I don't really care about, the game being hard or not when it comes to the story. But even with games like platformers, I like intricacy in its level design, but at the same time, I like cruising.
I understand that. I think it depends on the person. I definitely understand why you're like that, though, because you seem to be into more story-based games, and it seems like a big objective for you is to get through the game in general. Mayor Cloud DSM 5, a really fun combat, and that reminds me of Kingdom Hearts Insanity. DMC combat looks nothing like Kingdom Hearts to me, but I played DMC 1, pretty decent game. I definitely want to get through the rest of the series. I kind of wanted to stream it actually, because everyone tells me Devil May Cry 2 is bad and is one of the worst games to ever exist, and so I thought, why not stream it? So I'm probably gonna do that.
It's not worse than Blitzball in Final Fantasy X, though.
You sure?
Yes, I will play DMC 2 every day for the rest of my life. That meant I never had to look or hear about Blitzball ever again.
Okay. Don't play 2. Please don't do that to yourself. Alright, that's person number 1000 to tell me that.
They saying it for a reason.
Person number 1001. There we go. You like Devil May Cry 2 for how hard it is? It's hard? DMC 1 wasn't hard.
It's hard to finish.
DMC 1 had one really hard segment. It was, I don't even know what the boss is called. It was when, you realize Trisha, or whatever her name is, Trish, was kind of on the enemy side, and you're in this hell place, and you're fighting this goo monster for the second time. That boss sucked, but that's mostly because I figured out the inner mechanics of that boss, and apparently if you spammed holy water on it the first time you fought it, or first and second time you fought it, then it would have been really hard the third time, and it was really hard the third time for me, so yikes. Juggling enemies with just shooting. Yeah, Devil May Cry combat definitely looks really really cool. One thing I'm interested in though is how I guess optimal it is to do those cool combos that I keep seeing on Twitter on actual enemies, because I always see clips of people doing cool combos in training mode. I never see cool clips of people doing cool combos on bosses in the game, so I'm curious as to how that holds up. And DMC 1's boss design wasn't that bad. I actually really liked it. Hi, Flash. That's Bayonetta, juggling people with guns. I need to play Bayonetta. There's a lot of games I need to play, but priorities right now for next games I want to beat at least. Probably Okami, Chrono Trigger, P3. What's the name of this song? I'm pretty sure this is Honnet's theme in Octopath. Yeah, this is Honnet the Hunter theme in Octopath. I can type it for you in chat and you could search it up. There. That's the theme. Ooh, chat, I have a question for you guys. I'm trying to think about the question. Oh. We were having a funny conversation yesterday in the Discord, and I wanted to ask you guys something dumb. Do you guys eat macaroni with a spoon or a fork?
Wait, eat what with a spoon or fork?
Macaroni.
Spoon.
Oh, so you're part of Yaya's club.
Well, I mean, I can get, like, I've used both, but it's kind of just like I can get more with a spoon. I'm not gonna peck at it with a fork. And I feel like a lot of people who use a fork for macaroni, they kind of just start, scooping at it like it's a spoon anyway, and they don't be getting enough. So I'm kind of like, 200 IQ, let's use a spoon.
I'd be using both.
Find a
I see a lot of spoons for you guys. It's crazy because, like, in the call yesterday, everyone was making fun of Yaya for using a spoon. Spork. Yeah, sporks are definitely the best for macaroni. And hi, Oscar. If you eat macaroni with a spoon, you are literally a toddler. Oh my. That's kind of funny. Oh, hold on. I'm about to show you guys this image. I'm about to curse the stream right now. Hold up. I'm showing you guys this freaking image Avatar Yaya sent to us in a group chat yesterday. You guys are going to be cursed just like I was. All right. This is peanut butter and jelly chicken. How do you guys feel about this?
Peanut butter and jelly chicken.
How does this make you guys feel? I'm curious.
I feel like it would low-key, like, it doesn't seem nasty enough to where I wouldn't want to try it.
It does to me, bro. Peanut butter and chicken don't sound like they go together. The hell like, is that?
I didn't know.
I'm sorry, I'll take it off.
I don't know. I'll eat that quicker than I'll dip it in ranch.
What?
Am I weird?
Hold on. You don't like chicken and ranch?
I don't like ranch, period. I don't like ranch. I don't like ketchup. I don't like mustard. I don't like mayonnaise unless it's with tuna.
What?
I don't like none of, I don't like honey mustard. I don't like none of that stuff.
So you just eat everything dry?
Dry.
You just eat everything dry, bro. Jordan
Nah,
eating
bro.
Popeye's biscuits every day.
Nah, bro.
Every hour.
Bro. My older brother, he likes it everything just dry. Like, he eats the white meat. He said, it ain't good if I ain't choking on it. And I'm like,
Yo, what?
Hold up, bro. Hold up, bro.
Hold up. Yo, that said it. It ain't good if I
We need
ain't
to call a doctor. We need to call a doctor because that ain't something ain't right. Hey, bro, I don't have weird taste. I just think barbecue sauce goes with pretty much everything.
Barbecue sauce does go with everything. The sweet baby Ray's be hidden.
Yeah, sweet baby. This is what I'm talking about, bro. Sweet baby Ray's be hidden, bro. Especially if the sweet barbecue
we be buying like the big tubs of it, dude, so we can have it for like.
Same, dude. The sweet baby Ray's, bro, is so freaking good, dude. They don't know, bro.
But like, just because we share the same barbecue sauce opinion doesn't mean I'm gonna let you get away with not like eating ranch with like not eating chicken with ranch. Like, so like, how do you eat hot wings?
Dry,
Bro.
with the hot sauce. But I mean, I don't need it. Well, I need 2 sauces on it.
Yes, I feel like hot wings and ranch is like having like. I don't know. It's like having a burger without the bun to me.
I bet you eat cereal with milk.
I definitely do.
Weirdo. Freaking weirdo. Just kidding.
You be eating cereal dry, bro?
He sound like a northerner. Fun fact: I am as south as you can get.
That boy's in Florida. That boy,
that
boy's a Florida. He's a Florida man.
Local Florida man. You know I ride alligators and stuff in my free time.
Sure does. Dang, Octopath music is so freaking good. Oh, and I saw someone ask, did I have a Discord server earlier? Yes, I do. Type ! Discord in the live stream. Well, Nightbot's been posting it on repeat, like, in the chat. But whenever you see that, I feel like that Nightbot thing is just like, I don't know. I feel like it just kind of blends into the background for people because they see it post so much. But Nightbot actually posts links to my social media, tells you to subscribe, sends you a link to become a member, and also sends you links to like Discord, Twitter, and all that type of stuff. So also the person talking in the live stream is the person who just typed in chat, Kingdom Ace. Hold on, I gotta change his link because he switched channels.
Hey Carlton, I see you over here hating on Florida. The thing is, only 30% of people who live in this state are actually from here. The rest of y'all crazy people are from y'all other states and coming here. That's why it's a GTA server here. Florida is one big GTA server filled with a bunch of people from other places. Why don't y'all go somewhere else?
Are you from Florida?
I'm from Florida. I'm part of that 30%.
I'm not from where I live. I don't know how many people are from where they like live. I feel like it's probably like not that. I feel like it's probably not that common of a thing.
I mean, I've moved a ton, but I've never moved outside of my county. Like, I've lived in like 10 different places, but like, I've never moved outside of the county.
Okay. I'm gonna be completely out of my comfort zone in October. Going full West Coast.
Yeah, bro. Then you're gonna be living in that weird time zone. You're gonna be going in the past.
I know.
Let's pop in Okabe.
I'm gonna finally be able to watch you guys go to bed.
I mean, it won't really change too much anyway because you be staying up longer than us anyway. So when it's 2 a.m. for me, you're still gonna be going to, you know, you'll still be going to bed, you know, when I'm still already in bed. So it's
probably
like,
right. Or no, I meant that the opposite. Y'all gonna be watching me go to bed. Probably.
You go to bed.
Maybe I gotta think about that. Now I won't be up that late and like when I'm over there. I might. I'm gonna try to like get my sleep schedule right. Cause I'm not gonna have as much keeping me up. Hopefully.
Hey, Kawakami in Persona 5 told me, she said staying up too late is like poison for your mind.
Might be right.
She said, take your booty to bed.
Alright, I gotta get Jordan's channel link so I can change the Nightbot link.
Already in the next day. That must be nice. That was the future.
I'm gonna be in the past. Alright, there we go.
Bro, freaking last night felt so good sleeping in a bed again.
Are you sleeping on the floor the whole time before?
I was sleeping on the couch. I mean, I didn't have to sleep on the couch. There are extra rooms I could have used, but everybody kind of wanted to just sleep in the game room. I mean, we kind of just like, we play games until we all just somehow passed out kind of thing.
Alright, here's the link for Jordan now. Should work, hopefully. Yep, there we go.
Appreciate you, homie.
Don does stay
Mr.
up hella late.
Walter.
You guys in my server stay up way later than I do. Y'all dudes are weird. Y'all be up at like 3, 4 a.m. like, why is the chat dead? And I have to respond like, yo, everyone's sleeping. That's probably because a lot of you guys are in different countries, I think. A lot of the active people on the server I know are in different countries anyways. Or West Coast, which might as well be a different country. play Birth by Sleep. Some of us like seeing you play something. Alright, I'll fight the Zora and not look at chat. Got it. Let's do this.
No, don't play nothing. I'm trying to stare at this black and white Sora.
I actually do want to fight the Zora though.
It's nice focusing on the commentary.
Commentary is fun. Oh, by the way, I forgot to show for members this stream. I was being too nice. If you guys want, or no, not if you want, you should become a member. Type !member in the chat like I just did, and click that nice little link Nightbot just posted. And if you click that link, you will be prompted to pay for a membership for as little as $1 a month. It goes a long way in supporting the channel, and we're doing a member goal thing where if we reach our daily member goal for every live stream, we will do one fight in Kingdom Hearts 3 on all pro codes. So if you want to get in on that, all we need is 2 members a day to make that happen. To do all 13 org members, that's about well, what's 13 times 2? 36. Wait, 26. Ignore me. Don't listen to me. My brain just poofed. But yeah, that's like 26 members or so for like daily streams. So well, let's focus on the smaller number though. 2 members a day, and we will get to do a all pro codes fight in KH3. Easy peasy. Alright, so do you guys want me to fight the Zora, or do you want me to fight, like, somebody else? Nah, come forth. Delete. I'm deleting that comment. I'm deleting it. I don't want anyone to find out. No. Yeah, Zora. Alright, we'll fight the Zora.
Yeah, Zora.
Yeah, Zora.
Persona. I don't randomly say that as much as I used to anymore.
I want to do a fight on level 1. I'm a coast. I'm gonna do it on 99 or 93. That's the level I'm at on this. Birth by Sleep is really fun. Maybe like see on your 3rd try just by blind mashing on critical. What level were you? Marxian isn't the hardest though. Where's Ultimate Weapon? Do I not have Ultimate Weapon on this file? That's annoying if I don't.
Boom, bam, bada bop, pow.
Hello, Jaden.
What's up?
I don't have Ultimate Weapon on this file, guys. I'm sorry, I disappointed you. It's crazy. I have Ultimate Weapon on my level 1 files, but not on my level 99.
Come on, John. You're supposed to have the ultimate weapon, the Prodigy XCD.
Look, I collected the Ultimate Weapon once in 1 playthrough, and every other playthrough I won Ultimate Weapon, and I just did New Game Plus, because I didn't feel like getting it again. No, that's not true. I did get Ultimate Weapon a 2nd time. I think it was like late last year I did that, but still. I barely ever re-get it. Like, I don't like doing every playthrough. I'm sorry, my brain's malfunctioning. I'm trying to think about what Keyblade setup I want to run. I think I got a nice setup, though. We're gonna spam fire a lot, so no, we're gonna spam magic a lot. So with that, blizzard, and a thunder cufflink, and a bunch of elixirs. Oh, I gotta turn the music off now, so it doesn't overlap. But hi, Jaden.
I was drinking water. What's up?
Spent 10 hours on Terranort. That's not bad.
What, level 1 or something?
I don't know. Whether it's regular or level 1, the fights are pretty hard. So 10 hours, not too bad.
Whoa.
What?
No chance.
What's this?
Nice try.
Strong, Jordan.
What a pain.
Nothing.
You still never beat Yozora. Now this move is kind of dumb to me because he can sometimes like just teleport to you and just insta grab you, like even if you do the fire strat to him.
Nice try. There. Now.
Ah.
What a pain.
Is this move again?
Nice try. It's on.
Bada boom, bob, bow.
Boom, bam, bada bop, boom, bow.
Bro, Corey had a freaking Minecraft series, and every time he opened a chest, it would be like every time, dude. It was just something so subtle, and it was just like, bro, it's so freaking stupid. Oh man.
Got this. Got this.
Oh no!
No chance.
I hate this game. I messed up really bad. Okay, I think switching keyblades like slowed me down. He's never teleported in front of me like that before. I was actually no damaging him up until that point.
Hmm.
Huh. Okay.
Er,
No chance.
oh, John, did Cavern catch up?
No chance.
Oh, he finished part 4. He hasn't caught up yet though. I don't think he has.
Okay.
I asked him.
Nice try.
I thought you were asking because he had started part 5 and wasn't sure, you know, where to stop.
I told him to stop at episode. You said 8, right? 8 or 9.
We finished 8, so he can just watch 8 and stop at 9.
Got this.
No.
You're done. Got this. There.
Alright, well I told him to watch up to 9, I think.
How did he think of the ending at 0?
Did he finish Silent Hill 0?
I don't know. I've been away for a while. So.
Nice try.
Oh, I ain't been asking him. What do you guys say your favorite fight in the series is, boss?
Shall we?
Oops.
Boss fights. Boss fights. Boss
Based-
fight.
Based on what? Just anything?
In terms of story significance,
Yeah, sure.
I don't think
Whatever.
so.
I don't know. I don't think about the gameplay too much that much.
Hopefully it doesn't spawn in front of me again.
For me, it's Zemnis and Cage too, because that was crazy to me when I was a kid.
Got
That
this.
fight for the first time was pretty freaking crazy.
The music, the white void, like I don't know, I liked everything about that.
I think
Straight up swinging keyblades and lightsabers.
there are two that really stand out to me. I think for different reasons. Terra's final boss in Birth by Sleep, kind of again, you know, trying to take his body.
That
back.
fight, story-wise, is one of the best in the series.
It
Definitely.
like
Like when I
That
heard
fight's
those
so cool.
KH1 quotes, dog, for the first time, I was like, yo, my kid mind was blown.
You vouch, bro. My mind is freaking blown, dude. And I know it's from the same game, but Ven's final boss in that game too, mainly visually, because you know we're fighting inside his heart, and no fight in the series really had that kind of setting yet. And just knowing, you know, who Vanitas was, I was still kind of shook from seeing what he looked like. then getting thrown into that boss fight, and the music, freaking, what was it, Unbreakable Chains, freaking stuck with me, dude. Plus that fight was really hard to me for some reason. But
What's the most disappointing fight, including Disney character?
it was disappointing.
Dark Baymax.
Mine was Davy Jones.
Really? I love
Really?
that fight. Dark Baymax was whack to me.
It's because I like that movie a lot, the Pirates of the Caribbean movie, and I didn't like how they did Davy Jones in the game.
I guess I can say,
Plus that boat was so cramped fighting on there.
I will admit that is the worst part about the fight, but outside of that fight was one of the few humanoid Disney bosses, so I just liked it a lot.
so we're doing disappointing or just bad?
Yo, Oscar? Demon God Jr. Oscar's in the chat?
Alright, can I not get hit? Can I not? No, I can't. Oh, okay. Not getting hit during this phase is one of the hardest parts of the fight to me. Maybe trying to no damage this phase a lot. But you could just air step spam it like crazy.
One of my favorite Disney fights is freaking when you fight Tron.
And Dream Drop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that part was really cool. Honestly, I still think Davy Jones is one of the better Disney fights. I really like that. Maybe just
I think
'cause-
not thinking about the movie, it was pretty
yeah,
good.
I've never
But-
seen the movie because so that's probably why it was okay to me. But like when you see what happens to what's his face and when Sora just gets so upset about it and everything too, just that everything surrounding that in game part was really good to me. I don't know.
Oh, by the way, Oscar, I don't mean the Master Control Program. I mean Tron himself.
You mean Rensler?
Well, it's Tron.
4. Ooh.
Wait, you guys
One.
didn't know that?
2, 3. Woo. Woo. 1,
Rensler?
2,
No.
3. There we go.
His real name's Tron. Don't call him Rensler.
No, but I'm saying
Yes.
in that fight,
I know.
he is Rensler. I mean, I'm just saying that so we can.
Have you guys
What
seen that
the?
movie?
Yo, wait. Yo, I've never seen him not do the armor
Tron
thing.
Legacy.
I've seen Tron Legacy more times than I can count. Unfortunately.
Same, bro. I used to watch it every day. It was one of those movies I used to watch every day. Not as much as Spider-Man 2, though.
I feel like that was a really disappointing movie for me because that movie was one of those ones that I was like, bro, this is gonna be the greatest Disney movie of all time. Of all time.
Alright, guys, Yozora's dead. How many attempts did I take? Like 2, 3?
Oh, man. The movie was still fantastic, but I feel like because it wasn't the greatest movie ever made, I was disappointed when I was younger when it came out. So
I love this.
that's
Wow.
yeah, I mean, I definitely still got it on DVD and all that stuff too.
That soundtrack was banging, too.
That's and they're making a third movie. So
Mm-hmm. Tron 3 was canceled a while ago, but they picked it back up.
Did you ever watch Tron Uprising?
I've never watched Tron,
Um,
nothing.
I watched a little bit of Tron Uprising. The art style was weird to me as a kid, so I didn't really watch it that much.
You need to watch that show.
I
That
did watch
show,
it, though.
It was fantastic, dude. And then they canceled
It
it.
feels so
And I
trash
think-
looking people play
think-
Kingdom Hearts.
I think what made it worse was because the way it ended. Because I mean, you've seen, with the Marvel shows, it's kind of like that, to where the show is so good and the season ends on a certain note where it's like, bro, I can't wait for the next season so we can find out, what happens and things can get resolved. Just never happened. And that's basically what happened. I remember when Disney Plus was coming out, they were saying there were rumors of Tron Uprising coming back and stuff. I saw it trending on Twitter and I was like, yo, Tron Uprising coming
Do they
back.
have anything of Tron on Disney Plus? They better.
I think they have both movies.
Oh,
and
they
it's-
do. Oh, they do have Uprising on there, too. That's cool.
Yeah, Uprising is on there because I want to go and give it a rewatch, honestly.
Alright, guys, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know if I want to do more boss fights, do a speed run, or no. What?
Wait, hold on,
do you got-
John. You didn't answer the question. What's your favorite boss fight?
Yozora.
What's your... Oh, never mind. You said Dark Baymax. I ain't gonna lie. Dark Baymax, I didn't expect it to be like that either.
Yozora is my favorite boss fight. It does hold some like it's like has a lot of weight story wise because it's like the foundation of the next saga, and it got me really hyped for the next saga too. My favorite like full-on story fight though, outside of like pre-Remine, would probably be it's probably Roxas from KH2, or I don't know, or Sephiroth. I mean, that's not a story fight, but yeah, probably Roxas from KH2, probably Roxas.
What's that, Jordan?
Oh, that was with Disney Plus not logging in.
Oh,
But I think one fight that I really don't think is a good fight, but I still love it for story reasons, was Roxas versus Shion in Days at the end. Like, I really don't like that fight at all. I think it's very poorly designed, but at the same time, that music, man, and the cutscenes before it, bro, and knowing that you're fighting Shion, man, it was like what, 2009, and I could no, it was 2010 when I played it, because I played it right after I beat Birth by Sleep, so it was probably like December of 2010 was when I played Days for the first time, because I know it came out a year before Birth by Sleep. Oh man, bro, I was freaking crying doing that fight, dude. Oh man, that fight hit different, dude. The Days fight hit different.
I'm not
It's
doing
weird.
other speed runs, so when I say Remine, I mean doing the Remine scenario. So Remine scenario speed run, which is about 50 minutes, 50 to 40 minutes, or well, my PB is 50 minutes, so it'd be 50 minutes to an hour. 50, which is 50 minutes to an hour, or we could just talk like we kind of have. I mean, either way, we're going to be talking, because like I'm probably just gonna, my mind is going to be completely just, I don't know, I'm just going to be using muscle memory during the speed run, so I'll probably just be talking to chat and to Jordan and Jaden. But if you guys want us to just talk while looking at the background, we could do that, or we could do a speed run and Remine. So choose between like those two.
So happy to see people playing Persona 4 Golden, dude. So happy.
I listen to the music every day, but I haven't played the game.
Need to play it. I even like, bro, like my older brother, he be hearing me and my little brother talk about games all the time and stuff like that. And he's a gamer, but he hasn't played a ton of stuff. We have never played any of Kingdom Hearts. He probably knows the whole Kingdom Hearts story at this point because of me and my little brother talking about it and stuff. But he doesn't know nothing about Persona, nothing about Xenoblade, none of that stuff. And he watched me play P5R for like 10 hours during the time we were gone. And he was like, I'm kind of interested in this now. He's like, I don't know why, but this Makoto person, she kind of best girl right now. And I was like, she is pretty great. Too bad her social link sucks. Anyways,
All right, you have a good one, Oscar. Thank you for coming out to the stream. You have a good one.
you kind of suck.
P4 was too bright. Are you talking about color aesthetics? Because I can talk for the next hour and a half about P4 being a dark game.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, no, for sure. Like, I feel like even when I first played P4, I felt like this is a really light game, especially if you played P3 first. Like, P3 is still undeniably the darkest game in the whole series.
That junk's edgy.
That game is like, even like if you look past them shooting themselves to unleash their persona, but like even beyond it, the overall themes of it are really dark. But Persona 4's themes are really dark too. I wouldn't say the level of Persona 3, of course, because it ain't that edgy. I think Persona 4 is kind of like, in a way, it reminds me of Yakuza. It's kind of like, you think a story about someone in the Yakuza, and being as dark and grim a story as Yakuza is, it's the same game to where you're over here dancing in the nightclubs and having a chicken as your real estate boss and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of like, how is it impossible? It's more like it's impossible for this game to balance the light and dark themes as well as it has. It feels like this shouldn't be possible. And it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. That's just me. But Persona 4 can be really dark. I don't think it's, I've definitely played darker games. Lisa is by far the darkest game I've ever played. And I honestly can't recommend it to anybody who doesn't like the needless dark in stories. But I still think Persona 4 it does it really well. Because I feel like a dark story, what's the point of having a story that's just dark? I feel like even Attack on Titan isn't just dark, even if that's a primary theme in it. There are still moments reprieve during its story, and Persona 4 does the same thing. And I feel that's a good way to balance things out and not completely just depress somebody. It keeps them interested in the story, but even more interested in its characters. That's just me though, from me trying to stop myself before I go on any longer.
That's okay. I love hearing you talk about games and stories.
I definitely I'm like you when it really like comes to stuff I really like. I'm like literally like just like you. Like literally you have to pay me to stop talking.
Persona 1 and 2 are the darkest. I'll probably never play those games, if I'm being honest.
John's one of those zoomers that game old, next one.
No, that's not why. I just don't see myself going out of my way to play those games unless I really like unless I really like Persona 3, 4, and 5.
I mean, if you definitely compare Persona 1, both Persona 2s, I definitely think, of course, those games are really dark. And I arguably still think 3 is darker than 1. Arguably. I definitely think that's argument. But 2, I definitely think is like, if we're talking the whole series and not just the new age ones, it's really, really dark. I mean, those games are just in general really different than 3, 4, and 5, especially since they don't even have social links in those games. So they're
You know what looks darker than all these games? Nocturne. At least from what it looks like.
Well, I mean, it is darker, but I mean, I think where Nocturne shines is surprisingly enough to people who haven't played it is its comedy, and it mainly comes from the demons in the game. They say a bunch of wild stuff, and it's really funny. So it's just kind of like I shouldn't be laughing, but it's just funny.
Hold on, this is a question for John Stream. They got the little game from Wreck-It Ralph in this. What was it called?
I don't know what the side bug game is, but
Yeah, that's kind of funny. They put that in here.
Surprised they have a 7 remake medal.
Oh, that is a 7 remake medal. But it looks like.
how many health bars that boss had? Boss had 357,000 health bars.
I always find that so funny. Like, we got 1 health bar, and then you gotta deal with them having like in the hundreds of thousands of health bars. Like, show that to a console player, and they'll be, and that's only played like the mainline, games, and they haven't played like Union Cross and stuff like that. They'll be like, huh?
Or will be like that. Well, it's fine. Man, I'm just doing story quests to get medals.
I also
Heroes Duty, yeah, that's what it's called. Heroes Duty.
Yeah, that's what it was. And then Ralph was making fun of Lord of Duty.
Ralph Breaks the Internet made me cry, bruh.
I still haven't watched that.
It's cause like Vanellope and Ralph's relationship is pretty great. They have a pretty great dynamic. The whole movie's basically about that.
Like the first movie?
Huh?
Is that kind of like the first movie?
Not really. It's cause like in the first movie you're seeing them develop to be friends, while in like the second movie they're already friends and they go through like like the normal friend stuff you'd probably like imagine, but it's like in the way Wreck-It Ralph would probably do it. Vanellope has her Disney princess arc and stuff.
Oh crap! Still haven't seen that though.
John,
What's up?
what are you doing tomorrow?
Same thing I'm doing today.
All right, we're gonna watch part 5.
Oh, I was gonna say, how available are you for a super unplanned out video?
Oh wow, not part 5?
Depends on what the video is, of course, but I should be available for it.
Do I have the thumbnail made? Please tell me I have the thumbnail made. Jordan from the past, did you make the thumbnail? Oh yeah, I made a beta version of the thumbnail, but there it is right there.
I don't sleep super late anymore, so I'm actually going to sleep probably right after the stream, or around like 10 or around like 11 or 12. I'm going to bed. Fixed my sleep schedule recently. It's crazy. You tell that to an old person, like, bro, I'm going to bed around 12. My sleep schedule feels be like, huh?
My mom be getting into bed at like 7 p.m. So,
Bro, what the? What does this hit me with?
But John, I sent you a thumbnail. I don't know if you could actually. I mean, you could talk about it. It's Kingdom Hearts, so I don't doubt you could talk about it. So,
Alright, guys, we're losing. Straight up, we're losing. Haga. Never 100 jewels for 1,000. Actually, no, wait. Blue in 3 turns. Okay. This is the 3rd turn. I got this. I got this. Yeah, there we go. We beat it. All right. 100 jewels for 1,000. Worth the investment. That's a really good video topic. Sure.
I'm wanting the thumbnail to be as good as the video, but I was making that while they were yelling, "Come on, hurry up!" And I'm like,
Just explain to me what you want me to talk about. Is there like one of those things we're recording at the same time, like a discussion?
I was probably gonna do it scripted, but you'd probably have creative freedom with it. I mean, as long as you're not talking for 15 minutes, you know, that it'd be all right. I know you probably could, but
Hey bro, that's the ad revenue show no.
hey, bro, only 8 minutes, bro. You good, bro? I'm thinking, bro.
Yo, power reflects. I hit him with the power thing, power metal. Guess I
I know
did.
why YouTube did that, because a lot of big creators are now switching. They're doing shorter videos now. You notice people like the Logan Pauls and Jake Pauls are making their videos like super short now, and all the big YouTubers.
Because shorter, more consumable content's the wave. So.
I mean, it definitely is. I mean, for sure. Especially if you're like, I get if you're Let's Playing or something like that. Who's trying to watch?
No, that's mostly for vlogs,
video.
not really for gaming.
Yeah. Like if you're just doing videos where you're just talking, whether it's a commentary, whether it's a vlog, most people prefer shorter, more consumable content. You know, because
I mean, like if you're looking up a tutorial video, you're probably trying to search for the one that's below 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's just like I'm surprised they didn't change it to 5 minutes. I mean, I guess they're kind of trying to keep traffic, you know, as it's going, because you know they get benefits from having a certain amount of minutes watched on YouTube this day in total. You know,
they still want them dollars.
Yeah, it looks better on a census. You know, the fact that now YouTubers know that they don't have to try to put 2 minutes of BS in their videos or something, you know, is saying a lot, because there's a lot of these YouTubers who did have to BS some way, or were more, you know, more people were more inclined to include sponsorships in their videos so they can hit 10 minutes, so they can not only place a manual ad in there but also reap the benefits from a sponsor as well. So
I just talk a lot. That's all there is to me.
I'm trying to get myself to stop talking so much, I guess, because I know not everybody wants to watch a longer video, and so sometimes I gotta think about, you know, not just me, but I gotta think about other people too.
Right.
So that's why I try to script stuff. If I just go according to the script, it's not gonna end up being too long.
That's my problem. When I script stuff, I condense it so well to where it was too short. But now it doesn't matter because literally most of my videos are like 8 minutes. So now it's been, cut down to 8 minutes. That's fine for me.
I script out of convenience rather than like out of whether this video's serious or not. Like I don't like associate that with scripting too much. Of course there's some videos you have to script. For me, it's more of a matter of, okay, is it faster to record this video or is it faster to script it because there's too much background noise? That's usually the decision for me.
I'm scared to make unscripted videos because I feel more my personality shows when I don't script my videos, but at the same time, I feel like the quality of the video commentary itself isn't as good when I don't script it, if that makes any sense.
That makes sense. That varies from person to person. For me, I just have been doing it for like so long, I guess you can say, my type of videos for so long. There was a point I remember, like, I remember I told you guys this when I was first starting out. Like, I purposely started doing like less scripted content because I started off doing mostly scripted. I started doing less scripted content so that I could like force myself to kind of like get into the habit of like, I guess, showcasing my personality and feeling a little bit more comfortable on the microphone. And I've gotten to that point nowadays. So like for me, like there's not that big of a difference in my voice whether I'm scripting or whether I'm like, shooting from the dome. There is a little bit of a difference between like how I organize my words, but usually editing can like make that be the same anyways. Like in a lot of my scripted videos, actually, like most of my scripts are around 12 to 1200 to 2000 words. 90% of the time I'll end up like a lot of that, even in my scripts, I'll end up rambling or end up adding on extra things. Like if I read a paragraph, I'll say like another paragraph or two like off the dome because I remember something that I didn't put in the script but I'm already recording. I don't know if that's happened to anyone else before. So you just kind of go with the flow on that one. I don't know, like I said, scripting is more of a convenience thing for me than anything else. Though if I have to do like if I have to do a crazy like organized video though, it kind of has to have a script.
I don't know, I think I'm just not confident in my commentating abilities in video style in order to do no commentary videos right now. I mean, if I were to really give it a try,
script videos.
Yeah, because I'm good at no script streams. Like I'm having no problem talking about things I like in this stream or even in my own, but it's just like when I go to talk about a specific topic in my own video, I feel like I'll low-key talk in circles and stuff. I mean, of course, with the
you just gotta get out your comfort zone. That's really all there is to it. Gotta get out their comfort zone.
When you don't script, you do it all in one take.
I can't remember the last time I didn't script a video that wasn't like a reaction, so I don't really know.
All right. So the way I do it is, I make a video the same way, just when I have a script, I'm reading off a script, and when I don't. I record it in parts. I'll say what I gotta say, take a little second, hit the record button again, and then go in again.
Yeah, because I feel like maybe I should do that, and I think instead of writing a script, I can kind of just go halfway and write an outline. And that way I can still make sure I'm ensuring I'm talking about specific moments I want to talk about or certain references I want to, while at the same time, especially if I practice and think over the outline, I'll know the exact way I want to word things. I guess it's because in my videos, you probably notice I like trying to set a certain mood and I try to talk a certain way to try to invoke certain feelings when I try to speak about certain topics. So I like trying to sound cool when I want you to feel like this moment's really cool, or I want you to feel pulled in when something I'm talking about, like in context of the game, is supposed to pull you in. And I feel like that's harder for me to do if I don't script it.
I understand. Pausing right quick. John, who do you think the 3 other princesses of Heart are? Moana, Tiana, Merida. Those are like the 3 options to me for princesses of Heart. The last 3. I get you though. I feel like just the best way to like. It all depends if you want to get out of that though. Like if you're fine with like mostly scripting, that's perfectly fine. But if you do want to be able to just like on the fly commentate and still have it be like as good of quality as a scripted video would be, then like it's really just about getting comfortable with it. And like I don't know, it sounds weird, it sounds kind of dumb to tell someone to like force yourself and do it, but it is kind of is how I got to be more comfortable with just like off the dome commentating. It's gotta kind of just force yourself to do it a little bit, like until you're comfortable with it, or like stop like, or like don't treat them like they're like super separate. Like in my mind, a scripted video isn't like that big of a difference from a like off the dome video, because like I've scripted news videos before that I could easily have one off the dome for, but I wasn't able to record it at that time, so I just scripted it for later so I could have more of an outline. Hey Prob, what would you think of if they tied different reprisals to different keyblades? I wouldn't mind that. Depends on what reprisals and what keyblades. The director of Persona 3 through 5 decided to step down after 5 in Persona 5 Royal. Ooh.
Hey man, all I want from Persona 6 is for Nanako to be like 16 and be the protagonist now, and her remember her Oni-chan, and yeah, and be even cooler than he was. That's all I want. But yeah, John, I guess I'm still at that stage of, now that I'm making Kingdom Hearts videos again, you know, what everybody kind of wanted. And it's kind of like, because I went months without doing them, it's kind of like I'm scared to not do them, or them to not have the quality that people were used to, because I guess, like, not even trying to sound boastful, I think, you know, my Kingdom Hearts videos were pretty freaking good. They're pretty freaking good. So I don't want them to be lower quality in terms of commentary than what the old ones were.
I completely understand. That's like good that you worry about that stuff, to be honest, because a lot of YouTubers don't just throw stuff out there.
Yeah, it seems like for some people that's all they gotta do. But I'm sure everybody cares about their content to any kind of extent in the first place. Some people may, you know, not understand, you know, how lucky they are, but I'm sure most YouTubers who, or at least by YouTubers, I at the very minimum mean somebody who's monetized like we are. I consider them YouTubers, and any YouTuber would likely consider their audience or the content they make in general in some form or fashion. They try to take at least the video seriously in some way, even if it wasn't, you know, the actual production of the video, the thought that went into making it, whether it's doing something crazy or the, you know, how far they're willing to go to be, you know, wild to get a laugh out of somebody, or the editing, anything like that.
Right. Damn, bro, they give you a lot of jewels for missions now. 1,000? That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Oh my gosh, this thing has a lot of health bars. Oh no.
Oh no.
Thing has almost 1 million health bars, bro. And it's not taking damage to that. Nice.
feeling
damage of this.
mighty comfortable over here on KH Insider's YouTube page, where I don't have to play the actual game and I still get the benefits of the story.
Oops.
I feel like I'm one of those degenerates that the Kingdom Hearts community hates because I don't care about the gameplay.
No.
That's even though that's not entirely true.
There's more people like you in the series, in the fan base.
Because the thing is, I say I don't care about the gameplay, but I do, because that's kind of like the reason why I don't care for Cage 2 as much, because of the gameplay. Well, I mean, I also say I feel like the story isn't that great either, but I still think the story carries that game for me. So it's like I'm better off just watching a compilation of the cutscenes, because that's what it hits the most for me. Because I feel like at the end of the day, the reason why a lot of us like Kingdom Hearts is because of the lore and the story that drags us in, and of course that includes the characters.
I think that's what makes everyone hardcore fans. Like, the gameplay is like, okay, that might put it like up there, right? But the story is what makes it like number one for a lot of people.
Yeah, like if you're watching this channel right now, you're likely a fan of the story, characters, or lore, and I feel that's in itself speaks for itself.
Guys, I'm terrified.
Oh, Drek, I didn't even think about that. Oh crap, they would make Nanako as you know, you're right. She deserves better. Nah, never mind. I don't need her as a protagonist. I just think here's something I feel like for all silent protagonists. I feel like certain ones are okay, like Link. I don't think Link from Zelda needs to talk. But if you're going to do silent protagonists like Persona protagonists, for instance, in this scenario, I think they need to be silent to an extent. They don't need to be actively talking in the story like all the other characters do. But I feel like if you're going to include dialogue options wildly throughout the game, you should make sure that if you went out of your way to hire a voice actor, one who constantly, you know, calls things out, battle quotes and stuff like that throughout the gameplay, you might as well make them voice the actual dialogue choices that you choose to say, because at that point, why not? It would do nothing but add to the character, because I think I know why they do that too. Because one, there's no need to, because they're likely going to make an anime adaptation anyway, because, you know, we all thought Persona 5 wasn't going to get a dub, but it's now going to get a dub, as long as you pay like $300, but you'll get the dub for that anime. And I think it's because 4 did really well with its dub that they're also going to make this dub for 5, and I think that's what made 4 such a good anime. Any of y'all that have seen the Persona 4 anime, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Hearing Johnny Young Bosch voice Narukami, it brought certain scenes to life even more so. Like, I'm so fond of a lot of scenes in Persona 4, but like, he really brought some things to life. Like, you know, it was like a culture festival, and they're like doing the dating thing, and then Yosuke was teamed up with Narukami, and Narukami is just staring into Yosuke's eyes. He's like, "Is it my voice?" Johnny Young Boss sold that scene, dude. He freaking sold it. There were just so many moments that made, you know, the game scenes even better in the anime, just because the main character talked. There are so many funny dialogue options you can choose all throughout the Persona series. So actually hearing that the anime most times chooses the funny option, like when you meet Kawakami in the maid thing, you know, the funny option of that option, you know, that night is to choose, I'm a dad. And he actually says that in the anime too. And it's just like, you laugh at that when you play the game, but when you can actually hear it in the anime, it makes you freaking want to bust out laughing, dude. It's even funnier. Sorry, I went on a tangent again. I can't help it.
Don't apologize for being you. I had a question for you guys in the stream. How do you guys feel about early morning live streams? I want to do double live streams during some days, like because there's moments where I wake up and like all I do is really edit or talk to someone or play a fighting game while rendering a video. And during some of those mornings, I want to like live stream because I feel like it'd be really fun. to like connect with the viewers like that. And also, obviously, a lot more of you are on during the day. So like I would probably try to optimize those for KH live streams. And I could do like some of my more variety streams in the morning. Like in the morning, instead of Kingdom Hearts, you probably would see like a fighting game, me live a fighting game. Or you probably see me playing Chrono Trigger, things like that. And those could be good opportunities to kind of like talk and like connect with me even more so, and not have your message lost as much in chat for now, because eventually streams will get bigger and a lot of people's messages will get lost, unfortunately. But yeah, for now, I don't think I'm being this boss. I don't think I'm being this boss at all. Oof, this sucks. Cause I don't level up Keyblades like ever.
Track. Oh my gosh, the camping trip, dude. Bro, there's so many great moments. The freaking beach scene, dude. They're freaking wanting the girls to have a swimsuit malfunction, and Kanji's like, holy crap, the malfunction was mine! Troy Baker freaking killed that, dude. They were making it seem like the world was gonna end. The girls are coming, I don't got a swimsuit on, you know, but the end is nigh. Oh man, bro. Troy Baker is so freaking good, dude. So great.
I just need reverse medals. I don't think I have enough reverse medals. Not enough good ones. Might cut my losses and dip. Sometimes when life has lost all meaning, just gonna re-binge Avatar because Uncle Iroh is the only one who can comfort you. Uncle Iroh is the GOAT, man. I love Uncle Iroh.
Autumn, I feel you with that. Uncle Iroh, you know, he is such a good part of that show. Like, I just love who he is to Zuko, and just everything he kind of stands for, especially because we know he wasn't all sunshine and rainbows, you know, beforehand, and he's made a lot of mistakes in his life. I just love, you know, how he presents himself in the show, you know, throughout it, you know, not just in his past, and, you know, the whole thing with his son, and a freaking what's the name of the song he sings? I can't even think of the name. Is it Little Soldier Boy?
Yeah.
Oh, bro. Oh, I saw that as a kid, bro. That freaking broke me as a kid. And I felt like I was just old enough to understand, I guess, the reality of death. And I guess realizing that, of course, I guess it kind of hit me that maybe because I played games and watched anime and stuff, I didn't really think about death in those mediums. But Avatar was like one of the first shows that showed me even these characters in these shows and games aren't actually beyond death. And that's what really hit me. And I feel like that's why I cried so hard. Because I physically remember my mom coming to me and asking me, why am I crying? And I just literally couldn't talk because I was just freaking bawling. Kid Jordan was not ready for that. But man,
I love Avatar, man. I feel like it's actually pretty possible with how popular, how much love Avatar's been getting recently. I think it's might be likely for us to get another Avatar show, which would be fire. Like if the live action show does really well, I think that'd be really cool. Finally get my earthbending Avatar. I would love that.
oh, we need some Prodigy fan art. Just get him and make him dress like the Earth King or something.
Oh my.
And I can be Bosco. Don't do that.
Seems like Avatar has gotten better with age. It sure has. Alright guys, must have pulled from this banner and get nothing. Let's go. Let's see, do I get that Destiny Island card? Nope. Got garbage.
Flash, I agree. I think Avatar has gotten better with age. And I feel like a big part of that is the people who were young when Avatar was airing are old enough to appreciate the things we couldn't before. I mean, we all loved the show as kids anyway, and I think being able to realize the maturity in the show now as adults, at least I'm an adult now, when I wasn't, when of course that was airing, I'm able to look at it through an adult's eyes now and be able to appreciate the themes it was going for and the messages behind it that I just feel like a kid just couldn't see. And I love it more than I did back then now, because there are things in it that I couldn't see before but I see now.
What's your opinion on Korra? I think it's just as good as The Last Airbender, and I love that show probably equally. One of my favorite cartoons as well.
I think I like the best characters in Korra are the villains, and
I'd agree with that actually.
I overall don't care for the story as much. Let's reiterate. I think Korra
Let me use
is
the bathroom, so go ahead and be honest.
That's what, I was trying to not hurt his feelings because he gets really sensitive about Korra. I think Korra is a weaker protagonist than Aang was in terms of their situations. I think Korra went through more. That's undeniable. She went through more, but I feel like a lot of her decision making in that show was really dumb, and I honestly can't really blame her because her dumb decisions felt really real. But thinking you're doing the right thing and then having to deal with the repercussions, especially that show really reinforces the feeling of there is no right answer. Making this one decision will change the world forever, but at the same time, this decision I make will make a lot of people angry, but it will make the world a much better place to other people. So it's like some people are just not going to be happy with you choose. There's no way to please everyone. And as the Avatar, it's your job. It's not your job to please everyone. It's to do what you feel is right, because the Avatar has that authority. They just do. There's no one else on the planet that has the authority of the Avatar. And you can't make nobody else, no matter who else, disrespects them or anything like that. None of them have, I guess, the power to make worldly decisions or the power to affect the world's balance the way the Avatar does. Yeah, and Flash, that was probably the biggest thing I hated about Korra. I'm trying not to go into it, but I overall think Korra is a great show. It's a great show. It's Avatar. There's nothing bad Avatar in my opinion. What you guys should do is read the book 4. It's pretty much book 4 of the original Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's a comic that was officially released. It's completely canon. You guys should definitely read it. It's fantastic. Any fan of Avatar should definitely go out of their way and read it. It takes place immediately after book 3 ends, and I haven't finished it, but I'm in the middle of reading it, and it's fantastic. It's just as fantastic as the show is, and I really wish they animated it. I'm not too big of, I don't really mind too much though. I am a manga fan, unlike many people nowadays, especially in the West. But I am a huge manga fan, so reading comics and manga are nothing to me. I will easily do that. I'll honestly read a manga or comic faster than I'll watch an anime nowadays, just because, when you're constantly, making videos and stuff like that, you don't really have the time to sit down and watch stuff as much as you'd like to. But what if the Avatar was evil? I bet you there has been. I would love to see an Avatar story where the Avatar was evil, and I bet you with all the lifetimes the Avatar has lived, I bet you there had to have been one. But I can see at the same time, you can argue that no Avatar has been evil, because at the end of the day, all the Avatars share the same spirit, and you can call that, it's kind of like Zelda. I don't know if any of you guys are keen to any Zelda lore, which you definitely should. If you love Kingdom Hearts, you practically love Zelda too, even though in terms of gameplay and story they're very different, but the structure of their lore is very similar too, to where, if I know most people think of HMK when they think of Zelda and Kingdom Hearts, but I mean, personally, I played Zelda when I was like 2 years old, 3 technically, when I played Link's Awakening. But if you're a Kingdom Hearts fan, you owe it to yourself to get into Zelda lore too. Even if you've never played a Zelda game, getting into its lore is so freaking great. It's got top tier levels of quality, just like Kingdom Hearts does. You need a lore channel to get into, and without needing to play the games, watch Zeltic. He's a British YouTuber, fantastic, great freaking Zelda videos that you don't even need to have played any of the games to be able to enjoy the lore of Zelda. And I think that's what puts Zelda lore above Kingdom Hearts lore for me. It's hard for a non-Kingdom Hearts fan to enjoy Kingdom Hearts lore, while in Zelda, you don't have to have ever played any Zelda games to enjoy its lore. So I think that's the only reason why I enjoy Zelda's lore more, besides, that just being my preferred series. Due to religious reasons, I've long since abandoned. I couldn't watch Avatar as a kid again, though I did sneak in some episodes. I completely understand that. I've grown up in a religious household, my entire childhood. So I completely understand, religious parents not being down, for that. So I completely understand that. I'm sorry you had to miss out on such a fantastic show. If you haven't seen it already, I would definitely recommend it. It's on Netflix now if you haven't seen it. I know it's, they use the original releases, so it's not as HD as it should be, but it's still enjoyable watch. I just rewatched it. It was fantastic. Makes sense. I love Legend of Zelda. I'm glad to see Zelda fans in here. Never played Zelda game. You definitely should. I mean, if I had to recommend any, of course, I can be the basic dude and say Ocarina of Time 3D, 3DS. That was a fantastic one. I'd say definitely support the game by buying the game on 3DS. And I know not everybody has one though, so I'd recommend if you can emulate it, then I'd do that way. I always say support the developers when you can. If you can support the developers, then support the developers. I know some of us are younger, may not have jobs, may not have to rely on Christmas and birthdays to get stuff. Been there, done that. So if you got to emulate stuff until then, I emulated plenty of games before I was actually able to start physically buying them. Once I got a job back, my first job in 2015, I was a senior in high school. I did make sure I went and rebought every game I ever emulated and actually played and beaten. Sometimes I'd emulate just to see if I'd like a game. If I didn't like it, I'd simply delete it because I wouldn't buy it, and there's no demo for the game back then, so whatever. But I definitely would say that if you need anyone to play, of course, that would be one to play. If any of you have a Wii U, of course, I'd also recommend games like Wind Waker HD, which is a fantastic game, Twilight Princess, which I'm sure a lot of people who are my age shill that game. It's fantastic. That game can be pretty hard though, but the game is fantastic still. Majora's Mask is my personal favorite. It is a direct sequel to Ocarina of Time though, so it's best enjoyed having played Ocarina of Time. You don't have to play Ocarina of Time first, as long as you know that Ocarina of Time came first. It will, of course, lightly spoil the ending of Ocarina of Time, but again, the story of Zelda isn't the biggest concern, it's the lore of the franchise. That's why I like to compare Link and other characters in Zelda to the Avatar, because if those of you guys who aren't aware, Link is a lot like the Avatar, because a lot of the Links you play as in the various Zelda games are actually different people, and it's not like, say, a Final Fantasy situation. These all exist in the same overall universe, but because of a curse put on him in one Zelda game, I'm not going to say which one, but basically a curse is put on him and the people he's close to, and he's going to be forced to be reborn with an incarnation of his hatred. So that's kind of like why you can say, Ocarina of Time Link is also Wind Waker Link, because even though they're different people, they, just like how Aang and Aang and Korra are different people, they share the same spirit. So you can quote unquote essentially say they're the same person, and it's just like that. love Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild was fantastic. My only problem with Breath of the Wild is it's such a first experience game. I mean, unless you're a weirdo like me, I played through Breath of the Wild 4 times, and I've actually 100% the game. I think the only problem with Breath of the Wild in retrospect is that you can't fully enjoy that game without having played some other games. Now, I mean, that's with a really big stretch. Like, Breath of the Wild will still likely be one of your favorite games of all time if you're into open world games. If you play it, I guarantee you will be. But there are so many places and things
I'm
to
back.
see.
Sorry I
in Breath of the
left
Wild.
you with my live stream.
No, you're good. I couldn't stop talking as usual. But we were talking about Breath of the Wild. Like, I was saying, there's so many places and objects and things and references in Breath of the Wild that will literally just go completely over your head if you've never played another Zelda game. Like, what does a person who's only played Breath of the Wild get out of seeing Lon Lon Ranch? Nothing. Someone who's never played, Ocarina of Time would probably get nothing out of that. If you've ever even seen Lon Lon Ranch in Ocarina of Time, then you go and see it tens of thousands of years later, all the way in Breath of the Wild, you get that sense of, holy crap, dude. Or you see the Temple of Time from freaking Skyward Sword, which is hundreds of thousands of years, ago. It's still like, holy crap, I walked
I
here.
played Ocarina of Time for like 3 hours, and then played Breath of the Wild. There was like references I understood just from those 3 hours.
Yeah, and they're
And,
everywhere.
like I think I literally used that to get the Master Sword. I was like, hold up,
Yeah,
this is
if
out through the forest.
you can get references, because the thing is, Breath of the Wild's map is a pseudo combination of a lot of the Hyrule maps in other games and stuff. So if you can make a guess, the Master Sword is probably here, based off of context of another game, and just like what you did, you were able to understand, okay, it's probably here, because you remember the map of Ocarina of Time as well. You can get twice, once on normal, once on Master. Master in Breath of the Wild is freaking torture, dude. It's torture. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I thought Master mode
Is it good difficulty?
it's good difficulty, but it's just freaking hard. It's hard, dude. Like, I recommend, like, if you really want Breath of the Wild to be harder, play it that way. I also just feel like taking the HUD off of Breath of the Wild is how that game was meant to be played. It truly was. It makes you realize that, wow, this map and stuff was just an afterthought, for people who didn't want to play it the intended way. Because when you go in, no map, no HUD whatsoever, oh my lord, dude. I mean, I know you can also play the game in VR, which I've yet to actually try, but I hear is actually pretty cool. But man, that is another feeling. That's how I did my second playthrough of Breath of the Wild. It was, needless to say, that was one of my best Zelda experiences. It was freaking fantastic.
I still need to beat the last hour of Ocarina of Time.
You mean Avatar is like Link? Yeah, that's what I meant to say, Mercury. I apologize, and I'm sorry I'm reading that late. Avatar is like Link, because Link came out in 1986. So I think he's a bit older than Avatar. But yeah. Graphics are great. Definitely fan service. Breath of the Wild is definitely a fan service game, but I freaking love it. You can inject that in my veins, dude. And I think that's one of the best things about Breath of the Wild. That game makes me proud to be a Zelda fan, just because it's like, bro, you remember this and stuff. Like, I feel like even for people who've never played Zelda before, there are still whole aspects of Breath of the Wild I bet most people don't even realize, that don't even link to other Zelda games. Like, I bet you most people who played and beaten Breath of the Wild don't know who the Zonai are, and yet they're very, very crucial to the world of Breath of the Wild.
I'm about to say who's the Zonai, bro.
They didn't get a single word recognition at all in the actual story.
It's been a year since Breath of the Wild 2 was announced. Dang, I don't feel like it.
Yep. I mean, we don't know much about the Zonai anyway, but we know, they were a very advanced race, and they, you know, they're kind of like another version of the Sheikah, I guess you could say, but in Breath of the Wild's world. They're the people who made the barbarian armor in that game as well. And there's a whole bunch of ruins for them as well. You've probably seen it before, you just don't even realize it, because Zonai ruins are in Farron Woods. So as long as you go there, you'd be able to end up seeing the Zonai ruins.
Not really because of the Disney stuff, because of the magic on the command menu, bottom left of the screen. I think plus they decided to put their foot down. I think I missed a comment. Definitely missed a comment. Korra is coming to Netflix soon, even though I already have Korra like on a lot of things. Yeah, it's coming to Netflix, so it's gonna be even more convenient for people to watch it. It's crazy Avatar wasn't on the streaming service before.
It was. Avatar was on Netflix originally. but
You're
they
right,
took
it was.
off.
It was. They took it
Yeah.
off. I think it was. I remember Netflix like mid 2010s. I remember they like purged like cartoons from their platform at one point. I don't know why. I remember when they did that. Netflix and Hulu kind of all the streaming services are kind of popping off right now, except Disney Plus, because all their stuff that was in production got delayed. Like we would have already had our Marvel show on Disney Plus by now, but we don't.
I love games that can play themselves, John.
Yeah, bro. I actually like this game though, cause like it sounds dumb, right? But like I get to play this more than Union Cross because of the auto feature. Like I can keep up to date with the game by just leaving it on. But let's see how long that lasts. Cause I played Union Cross a lot when it first came out too. Dude, I've been watching a lot of shows on Hulu recently. Hulu's like probably one of my favorite streaming services. I don't think I like it more than Netflix, because Netflix gives me more experiences. Hulu is like a good catalog for like adult comedy shows and cartoons that like aren't really anywhere else. But like Netflix has like definitely some of my like favorite, you know, things. What do you guys say your top 3 streaming services are? That might be an interesting question.
I can be biased and say Disney Plus, Netflix, and Verve, but I'd probably say Verve, Disney Plus, and Netflix.
You like Disney Plus that much?
Yes,
Okay.
because it has Star Wars.
That's understandable. For me, it's Hulu, Netflix, Funimation. Those are my top 3.
I just like Verve because I'm a subbed fanboy. A disgusting sub watcher.
I've honestly only used Disney Plus like probably only a handful of times.
You kind of lacking right now. That's how I experienced Moana, so it's goated.
I know, it's like a lot of those movies I already watched though, but it's like I paid because I want to always have those movies there. You know what I mean? Well, I do late at night though. There was one month where I caught up on the live action Disney shows through Disney Plus. Dumbo's boring. I don't know if I ever told you. I didn't like the Dumbo movie.
Yeah, I remember you telling me. I went with family and I enjoyed it. I genuinely enjoyed it for what it was attempting to do. But maybe my opinion doesn't matter because I also enjoyed the live action Lion King. Primarily just because while everybody else is criticizing it for not being what the original was, I was enjoying it for what this movie attempted to do.
Yeah.
Because if you really think about it thematically, these two movies were doing.
Live action
both
are meant to
movies-
replace the originals. I think that's the mindset people have, despite like what they tell themselves. Like they want to replace the original movies. But,
Yeah,
like, they're not supposed to. They're supposed to be I guess like tributes to them in a way, sort of.
Yeah,
Uh,
and even in a way, they're trying to do two separate things. Like the live action Lion King is not trying to be all whimsical and funny the way the original Lion King was,
mhm.
and it's not meant to replace it, of course, just as you said, because a lot of these people feel like, okay, well, they don't need to re-release it if they want to, you know, the younger people to see Lion King, then they should just put the old one in theaters again. But it's kind of just like, why? That movie is Lion King is an accessible movie. You can rent it online pretty much anywhere, and it's on a bunch of those movie services you can go to. It's on Disney Plus. You know, I feel like seeing Lion King from another point of view in a more realistic way also did nothing but help the series, in my personal opinion. I mean, a lot of people hate seeing that a live action thing is getting made because it takes time away from all the new stuff. But it's just like Disney
It
still
really
makes new stuff
doesn't
at the
when
same
people
time.
think about it. It's like, it's kind of weird when people say that. They're like, oh, they're making live action when they could be making new movies. I'm like, they release like 2 new movies a year, bro.
Yeah,
How
it's like
the-
they're just ignorant. It's literally just ignorance at that point. Because honestly, if you don't want to take the time and actually look at things analytically, then nobody's gonna take your opinion seriously. And I know even if you're not out here trying to change my opinion of it,
Yeah.
you expressing your opinion that doesn't have any basis behind it besides blind anger, it just kind of makes you
Oh.
look silly.
I'll say this though, like there's a lot of valid critiques about Lion King. It was, of course, that was going to be polarizing. It's a lot of people's like favorite movie, like in general, right? And honestly speaking, I didn't really like the first half of the movie that much, like that much. I thought it was good, but I didn't care for it too much, mostly because of one reason. They for me. They messed up. I Can't Wait to Be King. I didn't like the song in the movie.
I like
I
that.
did. Though Hakuna Matata, I think Hakuna Matata might be better in the movie to me. I don't know if that's.
Hakuna Matata was done better.
Childish
in that
Gambino was
movie
kind
than
of
the original.
he was hitting them notes, bro.
He definitely was.
That boy was hitting them notes. But I think the reason I didn't like Dumbo that much is because I watched it right after Aladdin.
I still never saw Aladdin.
Okay,
and
I'm gonna
yet
be
I've
honest
been
with you.
for a while.
I don't want to set your expectations high because
That's my favorite.
I'm probably just like having recency bias, but that movie isn't just a tribute like these other movies are. That movie actually expands on the property, so that movie's pretty good. It's really
Okay.
good. There's a reason a lot of people say it's like probably the best live action movie because the actors were really good. Will Smith did a great job as Genie, and Jasmine actually has a character in that movie.
Okay, that's good because Danielle had been saying they was really freaking good, and her and I watched the
Mhm.
second Maleficent movie.
That movie was good. I like that movie, bro.
That movie was great.
I want to
dude.
see more
was
of Maleficent, bro. in this.
I was like, this was better than the first one.
Yeah,
I was like, whoa. this
Maleficent's
is
such a
good.
cool character. Well, yo, when she stood up at that table, bro, I was like,
I
yo.
was like, oh shoot, bro, man, they did that movie so well. Then honestly, what's her face, Aurora? She was kind of annoying me. Like when she made her try to cover.
I
her
mean, the
arm.
boyfriend is a cool character in that movie.
He was cool, and I was like, okay, homie, you have my blessing.
Like, there's not a memorable boyfriend in these princess movies in the originals, but they actually made him kind of memorable.
I also like the Beauty and the Beast movie as well.
I like that movie too. I haven't watched it in a while. I haven't watched it in a while, but I remember liking it a lot. I think my biggest critique with the movie was like that movie was a lot darker than like the original property was.
I think because it wasn't afraid to show more.
Like,
while
Beast
the
was way
original
darker.
implied- I think it's because they did more of the implying route for the original,
Mm-hmm.
while the more modern way would be to show it. And I feel the way they showed Beast was really well done. Maybe that's just because I'm, you know,
I still like the movie a lot.
a depression buff, but if you have a sad story, I'm likely gonna freaking fall in love with it. But I don't know.
I'm
but-
scared to watch Toy Story 4. I don't know, like every every time I like, cause I have every reason to have watched Toy Story 4. Like I'm on Disney Plus. Like I scroll through Disney Plus more than I actually watch Disney Plus. As dumb as that sounds. But like I always see Toy Story 4 as the top thing recommended to me, and I never watch it because I'm like scared to like watch it, because I'm like, Toy Story 3 was good. It was not that good though. Ending was really good though, and I don't know. I guess I just don't want to like mess with the ending of Toy Story 3 for me. I think that's why I don't want to watch the movie. So I'm scared. I'm scared.
That's kind of me. That's kind of me too. Why I haven't actually went and watched it. It's just, I don't know.
Like, what are they gonna
I'm
do in that
really
movie that's gonna make me invested in it? I'm just like curious, because like I felt like Toy Story 3's ending was like an ending.
And Drake, I think some people didn't like the Maleficent movie, even though I hear more good things than bad things. I think people didn't like the Maleficent movie primarily because they tried to show Maleficent in a light that we hadn't seen before, especially all those Kingdom Hearts fans kind of making Maleficent not really a bad guy.
Maleficent's cool
They
is
didn't-
like cooler in Kingdom Hearts than she is in her own movies, to be honest.
Honestly, I think my favorite version of Maleficent is in the live action movies.
It's up there,
I genuinely-
definitely. Yeah.
I definitely think she was just Angelina Jolie. She did a freaking phenomenal job. She genuinely did great. For a good ending is all I'm saying. It should have ended with 3. I'm literally just thinking, I'm never gonna end up seeing Toy Story 3. I feel like I'm never gonna see Frozen 2 because I feel like that was also a movie that didn't need a sequel.
You haven't seen Frozen 2?
I'm telling you, bro.
Jordan.
Frozen 2, I haven't seen.
Jordan,
Toy
all
Story
right.
4,
You know
I
what?
haven't-
Me and my sir, we're gonna do a movie night, or we're gonna do like an event night tomorrow. We're gonna play Minecraft. I want to watch Frozen 2. You need to watch that movie. I think. Did you like the first? How much did you like the first one?
It was good. I mean, it wasn't amazing, but it was good.
Okay. So like, because people who like hated Frozen 1 to its core love Frozen 2. Like, so if you think it's good, you might like the movie a decent bit. Like, trust me, it's like, okay, think of like Kingdom Hearts 1, then think of Birth by Sleep and how much that like expanded Kingdom Hearts' world. That's what Frozen 2 does to the Frozen property. Like it just like, it's not even like the first movie. It's like there's a reason people compare that movie to like Avatar.
I mean, I'm sure it's good. I just haven't gotten around to it. I've only really gotten around to see 2 Disney movies as within the last couple of months. I saw Moana, which dang near is probably my favorite Disney movie.
That
now.
movie is so. Wait,
Next to
you never watched
to
Moana
Maleficent.
beforehand?
No.
When did you watch it?
I watched it like 2-3 months ago.
That's.
Danielle-
I could have sworn I had convos with you about Moana.
No. Danielle would never. That's her favorite freaking movie, and she would never shut up about it. And I was like, "All right, Danielle, let's freaking watch Moana now. Let's go ahead." And bro,
That movie's great.
Ever since
Moana's
that
a
night,
great
bro,
character.
bro. Ever since that night, my text tone or my notification tone has been the "You're Welcome" song, dude. Ever since that night.
My favorite song is actually, it's weird. I always like the weird songs in Disney movies, but my favorite song in that movie is "Where You Are." It's like one of the first songs you hear,
Oh, that was good.
like the
I don't know.
transition song.
I just really like Dwayne Johnson, bro. I'm
Dwayne
not even
Johnson
gonna-
is great. Dwayne Johnson's pretty great.
He's-
It's so cool
he-
because like for me, it's like it's cool. It's even cooler seeing him as an actor because since I watched wrestling a lot as a kid, so I have that attachment to him. Like it's kind of the same. Like when I see John Cena doing well for himself in the Hollywood world, I get happy because I'm like, yo, I remember watching him every week on wrestling.
Brandon's too fast. That exact line is that's my notification tone. I know, like my RTX voice I use on my computer, y'all can never hear it, but if I had it off, y'all would be hearing that all throughout the day, bro.
Okay. Have you seen Zootopia? You have seen Zootopia. Okay.
That I saw.
I need to watch
think I
that a second time.
I just saw that right after Moana. So it's been about maybe 2 months
Yeah,
since
that
I
movie's
saw
really
that.
good too. I like that
was
movie.
so good.
It's crazy. I didn't expect that movie to be the way it was. The way people were hyping it, I thought it was going to be like a super lighthearted, like I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting. I just wasn't expecting that. I guess.
It was like a racism movie.
Yeah,
And I
it
felt
was.
like it was. I feel like being a young black man, you know, that they really connected with me. I felt like I was one of the carnivores, so I felt like, dang, bro, I kind of connect with these people. And you know, the main girl, she's the white girl I'm dating, so it's like, bro, this, you know, I felt that. I felt that movie.
Mhm.
Disney, they really kind of killed it with that movie. I did not expect to
Yeah.
enjoy it that much.
Only Disney movies only recent Disney movies I don't think I've watched. I think Toy Story 4 is the only one. I watched Onward as soon as it came to Disney Plus.
That movie looks so mid to me.
Okay,
It just there's
it's
nothing redeeming looking about that movie.
I'm,
to
I'm,
me.
I'm gonna tell you this. The best part about that movie is Tom Holland.
And I'm not even that big of a Tom Holland
I
fan.
know.
So it's
Okay,
like,
I'll say this. Like, it's definitely one of Pixar's, like, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's like, you know, okay, I feel like most Pixar movies are like a 10 or a 9, right? Like, do you think that's safe to say?
yeah.
Because like, they rarely miss. Onwards is like the out of the blue 8. Like, it's not bad. It's just not, like, spectacular. It actually feels like, I feel like, you know what? I feel like Onward is going to be a Hunchback in 10 years. As weird as that sounds. That sounds dumb. But it's like, I feel like Onward is going to be one of those underrated Disney movies for 10 years. That we look back on and are like, okay, this was good. It's basically like, it's like really, really like bare bones Harry Potter. But it's kind of cool. The thing about the movie is it's about like bonding with your siblings. That's the moral of the story.
I don't know. It just
I think it's a good movie. It's definitely worth the watch. The movie is beautiful though. It's one of the like most it's definitely one of the most appealing movies like visually I've ever seen from Disney.
I may watch it. If I had to watch it, it would have to be with Danielle.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a fun
there's
movie
No
though.
way I could watch it by myself. Just like, oh man.
Just, yeah, that's a super duper fun movie though. Have you watched you watched Atlantis Lost Empire, right?
Years ago.
Okay,
when I was
good. So
younger.
I was making sure 'cause that's one of the best.
Did you see A Wrinkle in Time, the Disney version of the movie?
No.
I didn't see it either, but I heard it was pretty good.
I wanted to watch it when it was in theaters, but I never did. But now I just have no interest in watching it for some reason.
I've never seen Coco either.
What?
I heard that was like the saddest freaking Disney movie
How have
ever.
you never seen? How has this
That was
never
during
come
that
up in
time.
combos with me and you?
I normally let you talk with people who's seen it, so I'm normally there, but like, I'm not part of the conversation.
That's crazy. Okay, screw everything else. Watch Coco. That's like top 5 Disney movies, honestly, bro. That's probably like easily top 3 Pixar movies at least. That
I
movie
think
is spectacular. That movie will make you cry. It'll make you hype. It's so beautiful. Oh my gosh, that movie's so good. Like, it's crazy because like I go and see a lot of these movies with my dad, and like he's like big into like Disney, but he's more into like the superhero like epic stuff, and he likes a lot of Disney movies. But even Coco made him feel emotional, like this like stern, like tough military man. So like I definitely think you're gonna get some feels with Coco, bro. Coco's like one of those family movies.
I mean, I'm sure I'm gonna enjoy it. And I got way more interest in that movie than freaking Onward.
Yeah, screw Onward. Watch Coco. Watch Coco, bro. Yeah, someone in the chat says Coco's like one of their favorites Pixar movies. Yeah, watch Coco, bro.
I'm also gonna lose all credibility again because there's another movie I haven't
Why have
actually
you not watched?
seen. I seen like 30 minutes of it when my mom was watching.
First
it,
Moana
like,
and Coco. I feel like Moana and Coco are like a kind of like a duo in a weird way. Cause they
I
came out
have-
at similar times.
I haven't seen Monsters University either.
I personally
also-
like Monsters University more than Monsters Inc., but a lot of other people will tell you otherwise.
I haven't seen Inside Out. I haven't seen Monsters University. How else can I ruin my
I
reputation?
don't know why I just assumed you were like super into Disney because I was. I guess,
If
yo,
someone were to ask, I'd say yeah, I am.
bro, the
but-
stuff you're telling me kind of weird. Because okay, to me,
because-
you know how I am. Like I like the older Disney movies, but like I feel like between 2010s I feel like between 2010 and 2017, that's like all those movies that were released during that time. That I feel like that's like peak Disney in a lot of instances, because a lot of my favorite Disney movies came out around then. Like my top 3 Disney movies, straight up, are Moana, Atlantis: The Lost Empire, and it either be Inside Out or Coco. Like those are like the top 3 there. You gotta watch Inside Out, dog. Come on, Inside Out is one of Disney's more dark and sad like stories. Like it's not lighthearted at all. I'm gonna be honest.
If it means anything, I've also never seen Brave either.
That's a little. That's not
so mid to me.
That's not as
then.
recent, so like I won't like get on you about that, but it's still kind of weird you haven't seen it. A lot of people would say it's probably one of like the worst for princess movies. I think it's really good though. I went back and rewatched it like recently. I think it's a really good movie. That's a movie I really want in Kingdom Hearts. I feel like that's one of the Disney movies that could probably be better in Kingdom Hearts than it actually is as a movie. I don't know. It depends. Okay. Here's what's going to depend if you like Brave. Are you one of those people that like do accents ruin movies for you?
No, I watched Doctor Who.
Okay, because that a lot of people don't like Brave because the accent's like a little jarring for everyone because they're like super Scottish. I think that's the land they're from, right? Yeah, I think it's like super Scottish.
I love accents. I watched Doctor Who.
It's so weird Brave wasn't in KH3 though, cause literally the opening line to Kingdom Hearts 3 could fit in Brave with the exact same context. Like Brave is all about like fate and destiny and stuff. That would have been perfect for KH3, but it wasn't in KH3. That's so weird.
You have an accent. Accents are GOAT. My thing is, if y'all don't sound like Americans, I probably like you. Like off
What does that mean if you won't sound American?
American accents are just boring, man. Maybe it's because I've been around them my whole life, and maybe it's just because I have an American accent, obviously. I
like UK accents the most.
I've kind of drowned out my Southern accent over time. Like around the time I met Blaze and Jaden, I had a really strong Southern accent, but like now it's like a lot toned down, I guess. But I think I'm just really interested in, I guess, the whole UK accent, anything from that side of the planet. I'm probably more intrigued, and everything you say just makes it sound more interesting. Like Zeltic is one of my favorite YouTubers. Any of y'all that watch Zelda YouTube videos, he's British as freak, and I freaking love it. I watch Doctor Who, and I freaking love their accents. British, Scottish, I love all of it. I'll inject all that in my veins. Joseph Joestar, you know, and how he doesn't have his accent in part 3.
Mhm.
We don't talk about that though, because we don't watch JoJo in dub, boys.
I do. Shut up.
Oops. Mom says when I talk in Spanish, I have an accent. I've been learning Japanese as of late. Some YouTubers I watch who moved to Japan have this website where it makes it really easy to learn the written language, which in turn helps make the spoken language a lot easier. So I've been doing that, and honestly, it's really freaking good.
No, I must have go through a have you watched like thing. All right. Have you
Oh.
watched Hunchback of Notre Dame?
1 and 2.
Okay, good. I don't even remember the second movie, if I'm going to be honest with you, but I know I watched it.
It was much better than the first.
I don't
Much
remember.
better.
I don't remember it being better, but I know I watched it because it was on Netflix at some point. Have you watched Emperor's New Groove?
Yes, I have.
I like everything to do in Emperor's New Groove. I think the first movie is good. I think Kronk's New Groove is good. I think the show was good. I don't know. I just like those characters a lot. I really like Cusco. Cusco and Kronk are just too dope to me. You watch? There's a Little Mermaid 2. What the? Have you watched
You
Little
never seen
Mermaid?
Little Mermaid 2?
No,
Yeah,
there's a
I've seen
completely
one.
different character on the cover.
Yeah, I've watched 1 and 2.
I never knew how to see. Disney sequels be going straight to DVD. You watched a Goofy movie, right?
Yep. And
I can't even ask you that because I only just watched a Goofy movie 3 months ago.
You're freaking uncultured, bro. I watched.
I love that movie,
so
though.
many times.
All right. What else is like big? Have you watched? Have you watched Lilo and Stitch?
Mm-hmm.
I never watched Lilo and Stitch. I still haven't.
You never watched Lilo and Stitch?
No.
You haven't seen any of the movies?
Uh-uh.
You ever seen the show?
Nope.
What the freak is wrong with you? You can't get on me.
Everyone talks about it, but I've never seen
You
Lilo and
really
Stitch.
can't get on me, bro.
All right. Have you watched Tangled?
Yes.
Good. Have you watched? What's another one? I'm just scrolling. As if you can't tell, I'm scrolling through Disney Plus. Have you watched Marley's Mom's a Disney movie? What the?
That movie was trash.
I only watched that movie because it was made by the same people who did Polar Express. And it was garbage.
Polar Express kind of goated though.
I know that movie's garbage, but so they clickbaited me. So you already said you haven't watched Brave. You watched Wreck-It Ralph?
Yes.
Watch Ralph Breaks the Internet?
Why would you ask me that? No, I haven't seen that.
Alright. Watch Frankenweenie?
No. I don't like Halloween movies like that.
Yeah, I haven't watched Frozen 2.
I also don't like Halloween Town. Oh, I guess Nightmare Before Christmas. That's more accurate. I don't like that movie.
I do think that movie, from what I remember, that movie is a little on the overrated
it's
side. Like
pretty
I like that movie more in Kingdom Hearts than I do like as a movie. As weird as that sounds.
And the world is mid in all iterations.
I disagree with you there. You're capping now.
And the movie's mid.
Nah,
bro.
you hard capping. Nah, stop. All right, everyone, ignore Jordan from now on.
Tarzan, Mercury Knows, Tarzan. That movie goated. That movie's goated.
Tarzan's pretty great.
The world in Kingdom Hearts 1 is awful though.
It's not awful. It's pretty okay. It's just okay.
Pretty freaking awful.
Have you watched Tangled the series?
Yes, I have seen Tangled the series. Really good.
It's pretty amazing. Have you watched Olaf's Frozen Adventure?
No, I don't like Olaf.
I don't really have anything else for you. You watched Incredibles 2, right?
Yeah, that movie was better than the first one.
Honestly, you right.
I'm pretty freaking good.
You
Aladdin's best Disney movie. Aladdin was my favorite Disney movie growing up, next to Lion King. Freaking loved it.
I want to do a Disney movie tier list.
I've seen all 3 Aladdin movies. Really freaking good.
How many people we got in chat? Probably like no
I've
one.
seen
This stream's going on forever. We got a decent amount of people. Y'all want to do a Disney movie tier list, chat? A boring one.
I'm gonna hate myself for that. I'm not good at saying what like for Disney movies. I'm always on the either I hate it train or it was pretty freaking good. So like there'd only be 2 tiers for me.
Yikes.
But I think Incredibles 2 was better. Muse Store, and again, yeah, Dawn Star. I have seen Hercules. Take out the.
You seen
L.
Bolt?
I have seen Bolt. Yeah, I remember that a long time ago.
Okay, you seen Wally?
I have seen Wally. That's one of my favorite Disney movies.
That's good.
Earth's in trouble. He wasn't even reading chat the whole time.
Who, me?
Hold on, Mercury said Tangled his eye.
Tangled is definitely one of the better princess movies.
I definitely think that's probably my second favorite princess movie. I think I like Moana more, if that counts as a princess movie.
It does. She's a princess.
No, she's technically like the chief's daughter.
Yep, but she's a Disney princess.
That's essentially a princess. So I definitely think she's like my favorite. Next to Rapunzel. I really love
I
Tangled.
rewatched the Tangled movie, bro. That movie is so good. Rapunzel is such a cool character.
Danielle freaking geeked when she got to that part of Kingdom Hearts 3. Because she freaking.
Oh, is Danielle
loved
caught up now?
No. taking too long. It was just like, come on, man. She's going through a lot of stuff though, like a lot of life stuff with work and everything like that.
Okay.
So I don't even know where we're at now. Just finished freaking Monsters Inc.
Monsters Inc. is pretty good. I need to rewatch the first movie, to be honest. I haven't watched it in like 3 years.
Oh, Up was such a good movie.
I like Up, but I don't remember it being one of my favorites. Because I remember like finding like the second half of the movie boring.
It definitely didn't hit like things like Wall-E or Tangled, but I still
Yeah,
thought
I
it was
watch
a good
Wall-E
movie.
often. I rewatch that movie often.
You know, like seeing, you know, the old man, you know, his past, you know, with his wife and everything, and his relationship with the, you know, little Asian kid. You know, I thought that was, you know, as they kind of grow closer as the movie progresses and stuff, you know, it really, I don't know, I really liked it. I thought it was really well written.
You seen A Good Dinosaur?
No, I haven't. That movie looked really boring.
That movie's really boring. That's the only Disney movie I think I've ever clicked off of.
It literally looks like the whole, wow, I'm looking at this trailer. Wow, this really looks like it's made by some third-party company that barely has a budget to make a really good movie. Oh, wait, this is Disney?
Oh my gosh, that was super specific for no reason.
It used to have the Wii remote, the Wall-E Wii remote. There was a Wall-E Wii
Wall-E
remote. That's super specific. I feel like, you know, 10-year-old Jordan would have really liked that. Ratatouille was great.
Oh, Ratatouille's. That's like my dad's favorite Disney movie because he loves like the cooking stuff. If you like go to my dad's house, 9 times out of 10 he has Man versus Food on.
Man versus food. Diners, drivers, and dines.
Actually, there's a decent amount of Disney movies I haven't watched. Like I haven't watched all of them. There's a lot more older movies I haven't watched than there are newer ones. I watch most of them newer ones. I watch a lot of the older ones, especially the more underrated ones. But there's some surprising movies I've never watched. Like I've never sat down and watched I've never watched Fantasia, for example. I never watched that.
You're not missing that much. That's barely even a movie.
Yeah, that's from what I hear. I saw scenes of it at the Disney World though. Never watched Black Cauldron. Have I watched The Fox and the Hound? I have. I never watched Pocahontas. I think that might be the only princess movie I never watched. Never
It's
seen
okay, 'cause she was
Pocahontas.
actually a real person.
Never seen Brother Bear.
You've never seen Brother Bear? You literally can't speak to me. You literally can't speak to me.
Or Brother Bear is a
Bear.
poverty Disney movie.
No, don't you ever speak like that over Brother Bear. Watch the freaking movie and you got some. You can't say nothing to me.
No,
want you
but
to-
like
want you to make a
I know
public
it's not
apology.
that popular though.
Yes, it freaking is, bro. Watch that movie and I want you
will
to make
watch
a
it.
public apology.
I will not make no public apology over calling
you
Brother
can-
Bear
yeah,
poverty.
You need to freaking
Nah,
make a public apology.
I'm not saying poverty as in like it's bad, so it's poverty. I'm saying like it's poverty. No, it isn't. I'm saying poverty is in it's like unpopular, goes unnoticed.
So did Ralph break the internet?
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did. That movie did not. No, that movie was not nearly as popular as the first one or a bunch of the other movies. Yeah, exactly. Brother Bear, people in the chat. Let's go. Brother Bear was freaking great. That movie was so.
Made
well
half
done.
$5 billion at the box office. Wreck-It Ralph made a little less than half. So Ralph Breaks the Internet did better at the box office.
Box office don't mean nothing in terms of, you know, lasting popularity.
I sure don't, but that movie's definitely a lot more recent than Wreck-It Ralph is. So I
And
guess
yet people still remember the first movie more fondly than the second one.
I know that's what I'm saying. How it had more age.
Brother Bear in the chat. James and the Giant Peach, though,
I don't think I ever watched Sword in the Stone.
that was a good movie. That was an old movie, but it was good.
I didn't like Winnie the Pooh as a kid.
I remember the Winnie the Pooh TV show. That's the only thing I've really seen. I've seen Robin Hood. I think we watched Robin Hood in your server, right?
Yes, we have. That's one of the cooler older Disney movies to me. I like that movie a lot.
That was my first time watching that movie. That was good. I was also playing Jack at the same time, though.
Yeah. I never saw The Great Mouse Detective.
Mars Needs Mom. That movie was so mid.
Movie was definitely mid.
That Jungle Book live action movie was fantastic.
Oh, that movie was.
I think it's better than the original. I genuinely think so.
They're almost two different movies, so I guess
Honestly,
they're like two completely different movies.
That movie expanded the
Like,
story a lot.
Like honestly, if you looked at that movie, like honestly speaking, when I watched that movie for the first time, it was like my mom had a bunch of friends over, a couple of my friends over too, and like we all just sat down and watched like the movie, forced us to watch it to stop playing video games upstairs, hang out with the family. And I didn't even know it was Jungle Book until I heard the Bare Necessities song. I'm not joking, bro.
I remember, I remember I liked the Winnie the Pooh show. Brandon's too fast. I have an embarrassing story. Creaking. I remember as a kid, it would come on really late at night or early in the morning or something, and I remember because that show was so bright, I didn't want to turn the lights on, but I didn't need to because that light would shine through to my kitchen and I could freaking steal snacks from the refrigerator.
Steal snacks.
I was scared that I was gonna get caught, so I would hide under the bed while Winnie the Pooh was on, so I could see the snack right in front of me. I would always do it during Winnie the Pooh, and I'd eat my snack at like 4 in the morning while watching Winnie the Pooh. I remember my mom came in, and I guess I left the refrigerator door open stupidly, and I couldn't tell that it was open because the whole room was so freaking bright because of that show. And my mom came in, she looked under the bed. She saw me just eating snacks, dude. That's a memory I'll always have because of Winnie the freaking Pooh.
You wanna know about my Winnie the Pooh memory?
I think about that.
It seems like everyone has a Winnie the Pooh memory. Wanna know my Winnie the Pooh memory is my mom handed me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and I bit into the peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and my tooth came out.
You bit into a peanut butter jelly sandwich.
Yes.
How did that take out your tooth? How was that enough?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think it was the crunchy peanut butter.
I was about to say maybe.
But you know, I learned two things that day, Jordan. I don't like jelly, and I hate Winnie the Pooh. That's exactly.
I don't like jelly. Jelly is good, dude.
That's my Winnie the Pooh memory. You ate a sandwich and cracked your tooth. I think it was super loose, but I like bit into it and like my vampire tooth came out.
Vampire tooth.
That's what they called it. Is that not what people? Do people not call it that regularly? Is that just like a kid thing? My mom told me that I just kept my whole life.
I guess. I mean, now I know what word to identify it with.
You know, like what I'm talking about, though, the sharp tooth.
Yeah.
Yeah. We always just call those vampire teeth.
I call it my Dio teeth.
Your what? Oh, shut up. I just got what you meant.
Yeah, Drek, that was pretty freaking sad. It's funny when you think of characters like Eeyore and Squidward from shows and movies, you know, that we didn't really like as kids. Most kids liked, you know, SpongeBob and Patrick over Squidward. And, you know,
I was that weird kid that loved Squidward as a kid. I love Squidward.
My thing is, because most people didn't like Squidward as a kid and complained about him, the thing is, most of us grew up into Squidward in the end anyway. Yeah. It's like, now I find SpongeBob and Patrick's personality and their lack of brains really annoying, but I find Squidward so captivating because I'm like, bro, that's me. It's just like crazy how that's flipped.
The most depressing episode of SpongeBob to this day is that episode where Squidward like went to a gated community and was living the life only to live a routine, and it got depressed about it, bro. That episode is so realistic.
I was like, now you want to appreciate SpongeBob and Patrick a little more. And then he started acting like how they acted. I was like, bro,
Yeah.
what the freak?
I really liked open season as a kid. I remember the third one being garbage. The second one wasn't that good either, but I liked the song at the end. First open season though, godlike. They made like 5 open season movies.
That third
I watched
one
like
was
all of them.
That third one was like they didn't have the proper budget to make the movie.
Was that the carnival one or was that 4?
No, I think that was 4.
Yeah.
I remember like just watching that and I'm like, what the freak happened, dude? What happened?
I think open season resonated with my kid brain because one of the first scenes in open season is them breaking into a freaking like gas station and just taking all the snacks and just eating everything. And I don't know, kid me was like related to that because I was like, yeah, bro, all them snacks, they living the good life.
Honestly, the same thing. I love me my snacks, bro. Oh, bro.
Can we talk about how like objectively good a movie Shrek is?
I don't care what anybody says. I think what I hate about Shrek the most is how much of a meme he is to people now.
Movies are actually good though. Like first, second
They're
movies really good. Third and fourth movie are kind of mid. I'll admit. Third movie's mid. Fourth movie's actually like they just called it Shrek 4, but it was like it wasn't even like I remember the old movie was them telling a story about something. I think. Yeah, Shrek 2 was goated.
Shrek, I need a hero. Bro, I don't care what anybody says, bro. That's the highlight of the whole freaking series to me, bro. Like, I just think that, like, the writing in general in Shrek is really well done. Specifically, the first 2 movies is where it really shines. But I really just really freaking love. I don't know, man. I mean, if you try to dissect the first movie, there's a lot of dumb choices I made that they made to where you can just tell, oh, okay, this is just a movie. Like if Lord Farquaad really wanted Fiona, he could have just waited outside the castle for whoever he hired to save her, so he could just have her right there, and that would have been it. Because then, you know, Shrek wouldn't have had to go deliver her or anything like that. That would have canceled the whole movie after that, right? Just like that. But then they wouldn't have had a movie, so you know, it's whatever. But Shrek 2, that movie was just so good. I really thought, you know, they did a good job with how they placed a lot of the moments in that movie, because she saw Donkey and Puss first and realized that they had turned, you know, well, Shrek had become a human. And because she hadn't seen or really heard him yet, when she saw Prince Charming, that would completely lead her to believe that this is likely him, just in human form, because she had never seen Prince Charming before. And I just think that that case of events, I feel like would have been easy to trip up if it wasn't given enough thought process. And I know it seems like, well, duh, now when you really spell it out, but it was something I feel like I was even able to appreciate as a kid. And I don't know, I just always thought Shrek was a really, you know, nice character. I mean, I kind of grew up into, you know, Shrek from Shrek 1, but I really like how his character developed throughout these movies. I don't know, really love those movies.
Hi Zane, how are you doing? Ice Age, I watched like the first 2 movies, but I remember they were releasing like so many Ice Age movies. Like
I stopped caring after the 3rd one, you know.
Come on, I must look. How many Ice Age movies were there? Because I remember them releasing a lot.
I think there's 5.
1, 2.
Puss in Boots. That Puss in Boots movie was fantastic. Like, I didn't watch that till years later, but
I like that movie a lot. There's
Antonio
8 Ice Age
Banderas
movies.
did a really great job.
Apparently, there's 8 Ice Age movies.
8? I thought there was only 5.
Apparently.
Oh my gosh, bro. Oh, man. Crazy. 8 freaking movies?
Some of these
What?
could just be really long shorts, though. Hold on. Let me look at the... Nah, hold on. Nope. Hold on. Take away that number immediately, because some of these are listed as movies, but are like 20 minutes.
How to Train Your Dragon, Dawnstar? every movie.
Oh, yeah, you're okay. Yeah, you're right. There is 5. There's 5.
Okay,
Five
I figured
movies,
five.
3 shorts.
Bro, I was hoping someone would bring up How to Train Your Dragon because I was trying to find a way to transition to it.
I haven't watched How to Train Your Dragon fully. I didn't like what I watched though as a kid.
Every single movie was a banger. The day that third movie came out, I was in that theater amongst all them other kids, bro, with my popcorn, ready for that movie, dude. That movie was so fantastic. I honestly think that's probably one of my favorite movie series. I genuinely think so. That's how much better each movie got than the last. The first movie was already by itself fantastic. I think all the actors did a fantastic job. It was very well animated. The story was very well done, and not even just story being well written, it was very well presented as well. And I think that really went a long way, especially when you see the ending of the third movie. It hit so freaking hard. I get some people think 1 is their first movie. My mom's favorite was 1 because I went and saw it with family. But man, John, you gotta see those movies, dude. They were fantastic. Freaking phenomenal.
All right.
Stoic. Oh man, dude. Freaking Hiccup. I remember I thought he was so lame when I first saw him. And the main character's name is Hiccup. Why is he such a wimp, bro? Freaking Hiccup. I thought his voice was weird. He talked like this. I'm Hiccup. We have dragons. I don't know. I just thought it was exactly what I didn't want in a main character. But he ended up being such a great character, dude. A lot of life lessons in that movie too.
Well, I hate to cut the stream. I don't know if short's the right word. Yeah, short's the right word because it's only been 2 hours and a half. But I'm going to go to sleep because I'm actually getting tired because my sleep schedule is good now. Yay! But if you guys enjoyed Jordan's commentary, go ahead and subscribe to his channel. Just type !King in the chat, and you'll be sent to the King's channel. Subscribe to Kingdom Mace. It says on the Nightbot message. But other than that, though, if you guys want to maybe continue the discussion or talk about some of these things in our server, then join the Discord server. Other than that, though, I'm pretty tired, so I think I'm going to go ahead and head out. Nice talking to you guys. His channel, I put the Nightbot link there. I'll post it manually myself, though. Hold on, let me do it. If I can search fast.
Appreciate the shout out as well. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. It was a really great stream, honestly. I had a lot of fun
There we
talking
go.
about
Alright, I'm gonna spam that. That's Kingdom Ace's channel. Just click on that link and you'll be sent directly to his channel. And he makes Kingdom Hearts content and other content as well, just like I do. So go ahead and show him some love and support. But guys, thank you for watching. My name is Prodigy, and I will talk to you guys soon.